No, it would not be.
There we go.
I hear you now.
We can hear me. We can hear desktop audio. It is there. It's all there.
It wouldn't be a new art without.
It wouldn't even be streaming if it didn't have stream issues.
Music's there too.
To continue, at the end of Campaign 1, we had the Titanic Elemental Essence that had poked and ripped holes through the planes, allowing elemental essences to pour into the prime material. These essences were not isolated to just where the Titan was, but were across the world. This, coupled with war, strife, and the conflicts that had happened prior during the Elder Dragon incident, had caused for a large reshuffling of population, and unfortunately, a loss of population. These people had moved away from these further towns and hamlets and closer to the city centers, closer to commerce, to the lines of trade that had crossed the world. And while certainly civilization survived, it doesn't look quite the way it did before. Most importantly, some new things have been found. Ruins that one of the Elder Dragons had set up their base in during the Elder Incident, that was deep in the deserts of Isra'ilka, have now been fully unearthed. And things are being found. Monsters and magical items seem to be coming from this space constantly, day in and day out, making an attraction for adventurers. In addition to that, these old towns that have all been evacuated in one way or another have been kept up, either by bandits or by monsters, goblins, and the like, but are now known areas for danger, and places that most people tend to avoid. Except for adventurers looking to cut their teeth on fighting monsters and helping the world at large. The Dominion of Ongor, as it is now called, left the continent of Ondo, and instead started making their empire in the southern continent, the Dragon Continent, in coordination with the Chromatic Dragons, continuing the ages-old conflict between the Chromatic and the Metallic Dragons. The Metallic Dragons decided to continue trade, but through their treaties agreed that participation in any of the conflict of Ondo with their own conflict would be a danger. And so the Draconic Accords keep them from bringing their conflict to Ondo. However, Dragonborn are seen pretty consistently across the continent, including Chromatic Dragonborn, even though they aren't generally perceived as kindly as their metallic counterparts. Tieflings now have a large kingdom to their own, and Ganassi, elemental humanoids that came about as a result of that elemental cataclysm, now also find themselves in the world, finding homes and places where they could live. But we aren't talking about all of that today. Today, we are getting ready to begin our prologue. It tells the story of 6 adventurers who had all met, one way or another, in their journeys across the continents in the hope of growing their name, growing their renown, finding out more about themselves, and getting power, and in some small way, protecting the world. They were contacted by a group of government officials from all the governments of the world that were participating in the exploration of a new continent. Led in secret, the masses did not know about it, a Leyland expedition had found a new land to explore, and there they found another ruins complex. At first, the conversation was about who really had claim to the land itself, to this ruins complex, but the governments agreed that the ruins themselves should at first be explored. Things about them needed to be determined. Were they the same as the ones that we had found already? Were they as dangerous? Are they different? Do they have different things inside of them? And so, initial exploration had to be commissioned as the first step towards an amicable peace and peaceable divvying up of the New World. And so, our party was sent. Across the waves, across the world, to a new land. A new place to explore. They had traveled months on their way across the oceans, eating and partaking in what supplies they could on this massive cargo ship, one in a small flotilla that were bringing supplies to this expedition. And eventually, as they saw land rise up above them at the horizon, before eventually making their way into the bay, into this new world. And so, for not just ourselves, as we have already done this, let us introduce our characters. Let's put it on a video record, the names and descriptions of our characters. First and foremost, we have Kite.
Hi. I'm playing Kite, Paladin of Glory, 5'9". Short, blue hair, horns, markings on her face. And are we doing same introductions or?
No. Just description, just visible description.
Yeah, she's got plate armor, a sword, a shield.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Holy shit, man. I never would have seen that coming.
I know. A paladin? Who would have guessed?
A paladin with plate armor,
With a
sword,
sword
and a shield.
And a shield.
Sword and board, man. Hard to beat it.
It's revolutionary.
I mean, just no one in the world of D&D has ever done that before. Rachel,
I-
I need an autograph.
Next
I know.
we have
I'm a trendsetter.
Next we have Judge.
Judge is a rather tall Archon, which in this campaign setting is
Warforged.
the name of the Warforged. He kind of just has this constant, ever stoic posture. He is, kind of just marked up in these very thick-looking plate, mostly decorative armaments with like golden filigree. He is a cleric, kind of devoted to Kalen and putting out his version of what he considers judgment, hence the name. Very typical kind of quiet person that only really speaks when he needs to. Otherwise, just kind of constantly gazing, keeping people protected. It's kind of his MO.
And,
Otherwise, nothing too particularly, super unique about him, I would say.
and next we have Conroy.
Conroy, continuing the trend, Kite started 6'5". Tall, dark, and 100% muscle. Conroy is a slightly darker skinned human with black hair that is graying and braided throughout. He has facial tattoos that almost don't seem to at a glance represent anything specific, but just symmetrical patterns that start from his hairline and end between his eyebrows, and then cover from his lips down to the bottom of his chin. He has slung over his back a vicious-looking, blood-red greatsword.
And then we have Kamir.
They'll continue to trend. Kamir's 6 foot tall tiefling. Yeah, I know. We're giants here. Lunar sorcerer. If you were to look at him, people would consider to be almost what would be a stereotypical tiefling. If you never heard what a tiefling is before, so the red skin, like reddish brown hair, red eyes. Though he does have some facial hair on him. He does have a trimmed beard. And really just tends to wear somewhat nicer clothes. He tends to, hey, I mean, if he's gonna do this, he's gonna look nice. So, and doesn't really carry too many other weapons other than just really uses his magic.
We have Samuel.
Hooray!
That's a great description. Well done.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you need to know about him. No, Samuel is a not 6 foot. He's a shorter 5'7", short brown-haired, pale-skinned human wizard of abjuration. He comes off sometimes as relatively arrogant and high-bred and well-born. Very well-educated, high expectations of himself and his party. He's there to always just kind of get business done and continue to do what he thinks needs to be done. He wears some somewhat ornamental gray and sable-trimmed robes. Always seen holding on to a very old arcane grimoire that looks like it's been handed down for quite some time. He's also he's always seen with a redwood wand that's wrapped in a silver band spiraling up the entire length of it. And then otherwise he holds on to, he's wearing his winged boots and he's got his cape of the Mont Blanc always around, just always prepared and ready for whatever comes up.
And last but not least, Opal.
So Opal is a 6 foot half-elf monk. She has pinkish purplish hair, some of it kind of braided in the front. She has this long tattoo that goes from her forehead to basically her neck that is all like vines, like a tree. She is a very kind of excited person, having left her homeland and just, adventuring out in the world and seeing new things, and that just everything was strange and different. But she is very close-minded to just, basically where her hometown is. But her and sorry, what was Sias's character or
Kamir.
character? Kamir. Her and Kamir kind of have the same views, I guess, like both being out in the world. So they kind of relate to each other a little bit. But she mostly just uses her fists for when it comes to fighting. So.
Yeah. And that is our party known as... What did we decide upon?
Who's gonna say it?
What was the final vote? I wasn't paying attention to it.
Steel Odyssey.
Yes.
Steel Odyssey, I like it. Referencing the peak of all Vans.
Correct.
Eventually, our party gets ready as the ship goes into what looks to be a makeshift port. One that was constructed here of local materials, partially dug out, though you do see that it doesn't seem to have been needing much assistance. It's fairly deep water heading into here. And eventually, as you are all settled up to the dock, the captain of the ship, a shorter, I would say almost 5'2", 5'3", older male human with just longer but jet black hair, and walks over to you guys. You all recognize the rather genial and fairly high energy captain known as Anthony McQuillan, captain of the cargo flotilla. He smiles, waves, and puts out his hand for the first person to kind of take it, shakes the hand, whoever grabs it, and he's like, well, it's been a long journey, but glad to have you all here, especially great to be in such famous company. I hope you all enjoy your stay and be nice and safe out here on the expedition.
We're certainly happy to be here, that's for sure.
Is it not every day you go to see a brand new world, a place to explore, and live on the ragged edge, as it were?
No, not every day.
Well, will say at this point it is important to let you know that the person you'll need to be talking to is a Mr. Octavio Marenko. He is the leader of the expedition, administrator of the Leyland expedition here. He'll be the first one you want to talk to, and he'll get you all working in the direction you'll need to be. He'll make sure that anything that has been done by the treaty is seen to. He's all about the law, and he'll respect that. I will also say for any of you who are members of the Leyland country, you'll understand when I say that he is commissioned by the Grand Magistry of Leyla to be here, and his commission comes with weight, specifically the weapon he carries about his hips. Don't be on the wrong side of that weapon. I'll give you that warning now. That being said, good luck, don't get killed, and if you do, at the very least make it interesting.
Always.
Appreciate the vote of confidence.
Ah,
What was that?
New world.
Octavia?
Octavio Marenko. I will spell that for you. Octavio Marenco.
So close.
Yep. I feel that.
But you all make your way off the plank, down onto the boardwalk here, and eventually off onto solid land. And the new, not even so much a town as it is just an outpost. The area, very much for some of you, is reminiscent of just kind of hastily constructed fortification. Large tree trunks thrust into the ground, sharpened at the top, with, gangways, boardwalks, kind of what would be, whatchamacallit, God, it's been so long since we played D&D, I can't actually remember the name of the damn thing.
It's okay, we believe in you. You can do it. Clinch hard.
It's the tops of castle walls, the actual walkways that are tops of the castle walls. Parapets, thank you. What would be parapets on castle walls, but are just kind of platforms here. Simple, basic fortification, but it is rather large. The area that has been kind of carved out for this expedition. Certainly the size of a small town, verging on village. And you can even see that in the center of the town, they have a town square, and that much of the town itself is separated off into smaller sets of buildings. Divisions that speak to the people living there and the different governments and their representatives that are making this place their home. But immediately upon arriving there, you actually see in the center of the town square, there is a small gathering and a small commotion. And you kind of hear as someone's kind of walking up that way. It's like, I heard the administrator found him. Oh, the saboteur? Really? And that's all you kind of hear.
Oh, I'd instantly make eye contact with someone and be like, gossip, let's go. Event happening.
Yes.
I just think I do. So I'm like, yep, I'm down for that.
Yeah.
Everybody's kind of starts eyeing each other like, ooh.
Yeah, you kind of, you make your way there to the center of the town. You can already hear that it is very, very silent. And the only two people that are talking are this kind of middle height, maybe 5'8", 5'7", gaunt kind of facial features with a very short, almost close cut stubble of a beard, close cropped, dark blonde black but slightly graying hair with these two eyes that are just almost steely blue,
my
ice
God, you
blue.
got 2 of them, guys.
When you look at those eyes, they are as flat as a shark's. Almost no emotion. Just cool and calculating. And the man he's talking to is wearing the garb of a corporal in the Leyland Military Union. The man wearing the corporal's outfit is being held by a sergeant at the moment. And the corporal is shouting, it's like, yes, I gave the supplies to them. They needed it. And we had so many. What's the problem? And then the other man speaks.
Hearing that, I'm gonna start pushing to the front a little bit, like, oh shit, wait. I don't like inequality.
Yeah. Hearing that, the other man speaks.
There are other people here.
What you seem to be failing to understand is that those supplies are expensive, and they're ours. I have no problem with anyone here selling those supplies, bartering, and continuing the operations of simple commerce. But what you give away to other people is less for the rest of us. You understand? It's not allowed. And you were ordered, as were the rest of us, not to take such action. And you did so anyway. I did. Fine. I did. Yes. You can punish me. Send me home. I'll take that. The man kind of turns his head slightly. Oh no. You see, if I send you home, then they're going to have to feed you and care for you on your way home. And that's less supplies for the rest of us. You've decided that your idea of right and wrong is more important than the rest of us. That your idea of right and wrong is better. We're here under the orders of the Grand Magistracy of Layla. We're here enacting their laws as given by their commissioned, me. And you broke those laws. And I'm given authority to enact punishment. The corporal's eyes widen for a moment and his face turns ash white. Sir, no. And then a loud bang goes off. You all look back to the other man, who in his hand has what certainly appears to be something that only you've only ever heard in description. Is a pistol, a firearm. You look back over to the other individual and find a good portion of his upper body missing and blood splattered all across the ground. The first time in many of your lives you've heard the report of a gunshot, and its sound was every bit as physically assaulting as being struck in the chest by a fist. The man turns and looks at the sergeant. Sergeant, I have the corporal cleaned up. We need to send him home. All good Leylands should be buried on their soil. He turns and looks at the gathered crowd. I'm sure you all have work to do. Wouldn't do well for you to be standing here.
Welcome to the new world, everyone.
Not a warm welcome.
The man turns over and looks at all of you and starts walking your way. And as he gets there, he reaches out his hand, putting away the weapon first. Greetings. I'm Administrator Octavio Marenko, Administrator in charge of the Leyland expedition here. You may refer to me as Administrator, Sir, or either of the two followed by my full or last name. No other substitutions are necessary.
If nobody is gonna immediately, I will take the preferred hand.
You take his grip, and
That's his grip. Yeah.
it's a solid grip. And I mean, getting close to this man and just looking him dead in the eyes, he's even more unsettling closer up than he was farther away. I apologize for the commotion upon your arrival. It wasn't expected, but unfortunately necessary.
It was a surprise.
There are others here that he gave something to?
He confessed to giving some of our much-needed supplies to the other government expeditions here. Against orders.
Are we not all working together?
He turns and looks at you in this kind of like casual but also unamused look. He smiles, this kind of half smile that doesn't even reach the corners of his eyes. We're all here for our own reasons, exploring the new world for our own gain, of course. And I'm more than happy to provide the expedition, its land and its facilities, to all those who are here for that purpose. However, we are all living on the ragged edge, and not many of us are yet comfortable with trying the local fare. And while certainly farming and the creation of supplies on this land is underway, until this expedition can become self-sustaining, supplies are at a premium. Besides, there's more to it than simply lack of supplies. But pursuant to the treaty, subsection 5, subsection D, I'm not allowed to speak about the viability of this expedition, the ruins, or your part here, unless we are present with the other representatives of the governments. So, if you would please follow me, and we can get your orientation underway.
Sooner the better. Lead on, sir.
He turns and walks you all towards what appears to be a large building kind of close to the center of town square. You assume to be some sort of town hall building.
While we're walking, I'll just look at Conroy and roll my eyes behind the guy's back.
Yeah, and I just lean into Kite's ear. I'm like, I'm not gonna like this guy, am I?
I already don't. I'm ready to throw hands any point. One wrong move, give me a wink, I'll do it.
And I just
Hey, if we're throwing hands, I'm with you.
and I literally just get between. I get right between them two. I put my hands on my shoulder, like, "Whoa, calm down. It's okay. Let's calm down."
Question for you, Josh.
Sure.
During this walk, is it possible to ritual cast something?
Depends on what we're trying to ritual cast.
Rary's telepathic bond.
Let's find out. Casting time is only one action, so it would take 10 minutes. Requires vocal, somatic, and material components. Though, of course, you don't really need you really would only need the vocal and somatic components while casting the ritual. I mean, yes, but you wouldn't be exactly sneaky about doing it. And it's not exactly a far walk.
Okay. Should have done it sooner.
Well, wait a second. If I kind of get the sense that this is what he's doing,
Teamwork kind of run interferes.
I'm
Like-
still spelling this shit. I'll cast it.
Subtle spell?
Subtle spell, Rory's telepathic bond.
You both have raries? Interesting.
I get it as part of my. I'm
think he was
full moon
trying to
right now.
Yeah, he's full moon right now. Yeah,
Ah.
fair enough.
Huh.
Yeah, I mean, easy enough. If you want to just subtle spell, cast the bond, it links the whole party together, correct?
Yep.
Yep.
To eat.
For 1 hour, we have a telepathic link to each other.
Yeah.
Like I assume. I would assume Sam and I would at least have enough common sense to know if he's gonna go for this. I'm probably thinking the same thing. So I would think.
Yeah, you guys have been around for, partying together, for a little while now. It's easy enough to go ahead and say that you guys are on that level of a similar page.
I just give you point at my head and then a talking thing with my hand and signal to do it. Cool.
as it opens. A thief's a thief, and they'll take care of it as they will, and I don't expect whoever's in charge of the Leyland expedition to show mercy of any sort.
And we are very far from any support. I do not blame him for being protective of his supplies.
Yes, but someone getting punished for helping someone else doesn't fully sit right with me.
Especially that.
Yes, but this is a military setting, and you disobey orders. There's consequences. I'm not going to judge them for that. Alone, yes. I'm not going to judge him for this action alone.
If the other expedition that so desperately needed supplies, that sounds like poor planning on their part.
I mean, we don't know who the other expedition is, but I guess we'll ask about that when we get there.
To a number of pirates to supply bland food and water.
You all walk inside of the building, which is honestly not much of an interior space for this. It's very utilitarian. It's just one wide open room, very similar to like a mead hall or something similar to that. And in the center of it is a singular large table that is just covered with maps. There are some people coming and going, but you see most people are going as you enter in. And in fact, after you all arrive at the table, you find yourselves in shallow company. Only about 13 other people in the room. And the administrator turns to all of you, nods, and then looks back to the group that is assembled. Ladies and gentlemen, the Steel Odyssey have arrived. Steel Odyssey? These are the members of the representatives of the governments. To our left here, we have Marcus Van Dalen, representative of the Valentian Knights, Knight of the Hawk. And as you look at him, he's very much the spitting image of just a Valentian Knight. Still wearing his half-plate, though not the full armor. It is still well adorned with the symbology of the Knights of the Hawk. To his left, we actually have Kamir Rolarn, which kind of gets your ears up a little bit, Kamir, because he's got the same name as you, just a different last name. He's a representative of the New Phlegethosian Kingdom. They very much like yourself, just standard red tiefling. Next to him, we have Ilian, is how we've been referring to him, if you could please your full name. Ilianaro Presgala, representative of the High Elves. He's a taller, male, high elvish individual. Next to him, we have Silmar Reskai, representative of the Eldari Elves. She's a shorter Eldari elf. You can see that she favors more autumn tones. Next to her is Farn Lorafin, representative of the Wood Elves. Next to her, we have Marcel Eckstein, representative of Avelmark. And Samuel, you do recognize the Eckstein family as being a lesser noble of the capital of the of Avelmark. Next to him, we have Ulrich Sigibald, representative of the Ungor Dominion. He's a Grand Legionnaire. And he is also, much like the Valentian knight, wearing just this half-plate, but deep black, adorned with symbology of the thorns and the crown of thorns, Ungor's symbols. Over here we have Thamnok Kingrag, who's a representative of the Hill Dwarf Confederacy. We have Lufrag Baldengrad, next to him, representative of the Mountain Dwarves. They're both two dwarven individuals, the Hill Dwarf slightly taller, a little bit, I would say, thinner, less stocky than the Mountain Dwarf, who is tall for a Mountain Dwarf, but still not as tall as the Hill Dwarf, and full, broad, and stocky with a beard that reaches well down to his thighs.
Question. mountain dwarfs historically, are they still as isolated as they were before, or are they open?
Yes, they are still as isolated as they were before. They trade more openly, and they do leave the mountain more readily on expeditions. There's no longer the taboo of them leaving the country as there was before. However, it's still just not something they do commonly, just because they all prefer to stay to the mountain.
Got it.
It's just a matter of preference at this point.
Got it.
Over here to our right, we have Verches. And you look, and a taller, almost 7-foot tall silver dragonborn nods his head, and you actually recognize this man, Samuel, once again. Verches is one of the assistants to the members of the Council of Iraket. He's representative of the Council of Iraket, and to my right here, Nadia Yakvona, representative of Kelia. They are all here, and pursuant to Section 5, Subsection 4, and Subsection 5 as well, these are the individuals that you are allowed to speak to in terms of the ruins, the land claims here, the things we would like from the ruins, so on and so forth. The last individual I'd like to introduce you all to is Bezric Fizzletoss. You look over, and there's a short rock gnome in what certainly looks like safari gear. He's the leader of the Fizzletoss Explorers, who are heading our expedition out into the wilderness.
Oh my god, I love the idea of a gnome like with the name Fizzletoss just dressed up like a 1920s British explorer.
Fun fact, the Fizzletoss exploration crew actually did exist in the last campaign.
The exploration crew?
Exploration, sir.
Okay.
They were members of the Cassadole expedition that would have gone into the jungle had you gone that way. You didn't, so it didn't matter too much. But if I go to it, it was all those many years ago. Where are they? Gedrick Fizzletoss, leader of the Cassadole expedition.
Question.
Yes.
Is there a way you can send all of this?
Oh, I'm copying it and pasting it right now as we speak.
Okay. I was like writing it as fast as I could.
The only one I missed an attempt at spelling was the Mountain Dwarf one.
I know, like I was writing so fast.
There you go.
Thank
I appreciate you guys trying. I heard the first name and went, no.
Got the first one, was just like
notes, remember?
Nah.
Yep. There we go. Immediately after this introduction, Marcus Van Dalen speaks up. We heard the rapport of your gun. I'm assuming you were committing summary roadside justice again. And Octavio turns and looks at him cold in the eyes. And says, how I carry about the law in this expedition is none of your purview. I understand your concern.
As he says again, I'm just literally thinking. I just sent a message to everybody telepathically, like, again?
Drive-by justicing. I love it.
In my head, just law, air quotes.
However, that is not what we are here to speak to. We are here to speak to these individuals about the exploration. And Verches speaks up at that, his voice deep and almost gravelly. This is correct. If we could all please focus our attention to the matters at hand, the research, exploration, and information gathering regarding the complex. Still out to sea. Once again, it is glad to know that we have experts in the field of these expeditions ready to go into these ruins. I would like to first outline the joint papers regarding what we expect and hope out of your initial explorations. Point 1 would be to determine if these ruins are in fact of similar style and creation to the ruins in Istrirka. Point 2 would be to determine if it is every bit as much a hazard to explore as those ruins as well. And point 3 would be to find if it is the same as this prior set of ruins. how it differs, if it has a difference in layout, or arcane runes on the walls, so on, so forth. The rest of the representatives all kind of nod their head.
Can do.
It sounds like a pretty straightforward expedition.
Nothing we haven't done before.
Is there anything that you're currently aware of that we should be aware of?
A few people open their mouths to speak, but Vershis raises his hand and gestures to Bezric. The person who's made the initial exploration with his party shall be given the room to speak on those specifics. Bezric steps up, takes a big breath, lets it out. Well, so far our expedition has been moderately successful at creating a pathway to the ruins. We have found one entrance to the ruins thus far, and there is a small camp situated nearby the ruins that we are maintaining to go ahead and seek out more. But so far, the only entrance we have found is a small cave-in. Much in the way we assume these ruins are mostly, if not entirely, covered by the mountain range. This small cave-in on the outside, or rock slide, or whatever caused it, is how we were able to enter in the first place, as we were curious as to what would have been down there, especially after our initial exploration yielded different results than we were expecting. Upon entering inside, it leads to what looks like a hallway of sorts, and then multiple different branching pathways, one left, one right, and then to two crossroads in both ways. It was there at one of those crossroads that we were initially attacked. I lost, I think, three or four men in that initial attack from one of those monsters and retreated. And that's the extent.
In everyone's head. In everyone's head. He speaks quite eloquently for a gnome.
Yeah, you can see he's very used to talking slowly.
I'm like, this is definitely a worthwhile change from what I used to.
Well, let me ask this. Did they say what type of monsters they were?
No, he hasn't yet.
That would be my question then. What exactly attacked your party?
It's difficult to say. They appeared in some way similar to something like bugbears or ogres, but not similar to bugbears or ogres native to Ondo at the very least. Whether they're native to these ruins or something else, hard to say. And this does kind of track with what you kind of know of the ruins in Istra Irka, is that you kind of see the monsters that appear there are monsters that in some ways you are familiar with, if not, they are different than the ones that you're used to seeing.
It's variations on a theme kind of thing.
To a degree, yes. As well as monsters that exist only there.
Yeah.
One thing that I will say is kind of on all of your minds is at one of the initial found rooms of the ruins, one of the kind of like core starting points for expeditions into the ruins, is a room that is very large, wide open, kind of very, very high, like maybe 30, 40, 50 feet tall, within which exists what is only referred to as the entity. It's an entity made of shadow that doesn't have much definition until it kind of comes close, and you can kind of see eye sockets and a humanoid shape. By and large, it just kind of moves very rapidly, almost teleporting around the room to different sections of the wall, touching them before teleporting to another section. The only time it has ever become a problem has been when something has attacked it or gotten in its way. In those instances, if you've merely gotten in its way, you're usually moved out of the way. For those who've attacked it, none have survived. And in many cases, the only remembrance of the people were even there in the first place would be what equipment they left behind.
Well then, knowing that would be on our minds, I'm just gonna go to so Bezric, Frizzle Toss. What would you prefer to be called? Just
Bezric is fine.
Bezric's fine. Okay. So Bezric, has there been any sign of it, like the entity there? I mean, do they say these ruins are do you think they're similar? Do you think they're not? Have there been?
The best explanation for as to why we believe these are similar to the prior ruins would be to, first, the monsters we encountered, second, the runes that were found upon the walls being similar in style to the ones in the ruins. I myself have experience with that. And then lastly, the construction of the column work, the stonework on the inside, seems to be of similar stone or construction architectural type as the initial ruins. We have not explored much into the ruins beyond that first kind of crossroads on the one side. We did explore shortly the crossroads on the other side and determined that there was a room down that way, down one of those pathways, but we did not go in and search the rooms yet. As of yet, we have no knowledge of any entity yet. I will say, however, the journey out there can be treacherous. There are monsters in the jungle along the way that we've only seen there, like in the Cassadole jungles. I think the colloquial reference to them is dinosaurs, though they are much larger here.
My archaeologist fucking brain goes crazy.
I'm hype. I'm instantly like, dinosaurs, fuck yeah!
I have a question. Is this the first time, like, our party's seen, like, I guess, a gnome?
No, you guys would have seen gnomes before.
Okay, because I would just kind of look at Kite and just be like, Kitey's so short! I love it! It's so cool!
He tiny.
Well,
And I'll just say in the headspace, wait until you see if we see dinosaurs. Oh, polymorphing's going to be a lot more fun.
Yeah,
I will
it
also
is,
say
by
that-
the way, generally known that dinosaurs do exist on Ondo, but specifically just in the Cassadole jungle.
Well, I haven't been there, so or I don't think I've been there.
everything it has of the ruins of the lost world. It has dinosaurs. It has guns.
Got everything.
This is everything. Well, that's really good information to have ahead of time. Thank you for making sure we don't get surprised by that.
How long is the trip from here?
The ruins complex along our path, the path of least resistance that we have found, is a just over 100-mile trek. If you keep good time and good pace, you'll be there in a couple days. Well, a few
4
days.
to 5 day trip.
Yeah. It was important for us to go ahead and follow along the river up towards the mountains when we first made the expedition here, mapping out if there was anything along those rivers where they went to, and specifically getting to the mountains in the hope of finding ores that could be used to create tools while we were here. That was how we found the ruins in the first place, and what has caused a good amount of commotion.
Do we ride the river or walk next to the river?
The river, unfortunately, goes downstream to the ocean, like all rivers do, and we don't exactly have mechanized ways of going up the rivers, so you could be paddling literally all day, every day, if you're so inclined. I find walking a bit easier.
I'm sitting here thinking, can I summon like a minor water elemental to push us? But nah, not worth the spell slots.
Walking is the easiest way. Yes, you'll have to deal with the monsters along the way, but they're not that much of a concern. I will also, of course, be leading you along the pathway. You won't just be going alone.
Honestly, after being stuck on that boat for so long, a fight or two does not sound like a bad thing to get the muscles stretched.
You see nods of approval from Marcus Van Dalen and Ulrich.
Love it.
It's also at this point that Administrator Marenko chimes in. At any rate, you have these resources available to you. Bezric will be following you on your expedition, and you may take your leave and head on out at your earliest convenience or whenever you see fit. We have all agreed, and what small supplies we have available to us here will be made available to all of you at fair trade and cost.
All right, then. We'll be sure to take advantage of your hospitality. And we'll probably be out, what do you all say, tomorrow morning? Let us sleep a night in a bed that isn't rocking.
Yeah, please.
Just
Oh, we don't want to wait too long.
Fair enough. Do enjoy your stay. The representatives here have some business to conduct. I would like to iterate one more section of the treaty that you all are contracted by. Section 5, subsection F, does state that only with these representatives may you discuss the benefits of the ruins to the expedition or the countries the members of the expedition are from, or to any land rights, ownership thereof, etc., etc. If you are found in violation of this section of the treaty, your commission will be withheld.
Did we get a copy of this? You keep quoting it, but I didn't get a copy.
I have a copy.
Okay.
Yeah, one of you does have a copy. It's just
I have
not
the
the sort of
copy.
thing really any of you really needed to read. Your benefits to this was outlined, and it's as you're kind of like listening to all these different rules and whatnot, you're probably just like, yeah, that's not hard, whatever, don't care,
Okay,
don't care.
so if we want to talk about this thing, we have to talk about it in front of everybody. Other than, if we want to talk about anything we find, we have to talk about it in front of everybody. Yeah, okay, whatever.
Yeah, basically the rules as they are outlined for you are if you want to talk about the ruins or the land rights of the expedition or of this new continent, whatever, it has to be done in front of this council. You cannot be doing it to any of the members of the expedition, and they have all been informed of this, and they will not open that conversation with you willingly.
They want to save their own shit, too.
nobody's gonna try and
Especially with,
manage over these.
I was going to say, especially with the administrator in charge.
Yeah. Cool.
Yep. The rest of those that are there all kind of nod, and some of them do kind of give their best wishes, good luck, and so forth. Versh's does kind of stop over to you both, the magic users, two people he might have been in some way familiar with. Certainly Samuel, who will shake your hand, congratulate you, and kind of speak to, like, thank you for making your way here. I'm glad you made it here safely, etc., etc. Just, making good and being an individual who would have been a friend had you stayed longer at the Acelen Institute. But you all leave the building and head back out to the expedition proper. What do we do?
I need a drink.
There
So
is, in
before we
fact,
do
a
that-
bar nearby.
Don't we all need a drink?
Yes, but before we do that and before we go settle down for the night, because once I start drinking, I'm not going to stop. Is there anything we can think that we need before we hit the road? We have funds, we have supplies. I can see if they have any more healing potions, but I don't think they're going to cough up too many.
I mean, buy food for on the way there.
Not unless they have something of value, actual value.
I don't even know what they'd have.
We should ask.
It would be likely very limited.
Yeah, I'm not expecting us to suddenly find some type of magical artifact. Do you all want me to go do shopping? Anybody want to come with me? Or are you all just going to get drunk?
I'll go with you. I can negotiate.
Good.
Drinking pointy object. Drinking pointy
I
object.
guess I'll go too, just in case,
Look, as
I'm
long
the
as
one
somebody's
that-
there to negotiate, I can identify things, and I'm good at thinking. I'm not good. I'm not the best at talking.
Cool. So,
I shall
Conroy, let's have a drinking contest.
I shall
Are you
find
ready
the
to lose again?
location. I shall find the location of refuge.
Just make sure there's enough beds for everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, I guess me, Tannerin, and Rachel go off shopping.
Yeah, I mean, you go about. I think the thing that you're mostly kind of getting out of going throughout the expedition is kind of seeing what very quickly seems to be the class difference between the different expeditions.
Mm-hmm.
You look over at, you go through like the very definitive Leyland sections, the people of the Leyland the Leyland expedition and the unions there. They are all, well equipped, well supplied. They don't exactly live in what you would call excess, but they do live very comfortably. What you find there in terms of shops, which really aren't shops, they're just blacksmith, an apothecary, things that would actually support the expedition, the quartermasters. Nothing so much set up as an actual storefront, but people you could talk to and barter with. By and large, this is one area where you would find, if you had the coin or had something to trade with, you could find healing potions here, but they wouldn't be of the quality that you currently have. It would be very minor, and you also kind of get the belief that what healing potions they have are generally used as first aid medical supplies.
Yeah. That being said, who has our bag of holding? Did we decide that?
Nope.
I don't think we did.
Anybody in particular desire to hold on to it?
I will do it.
I'll
Just don't
do
let
it. I just
Conroy
want to
have
make
it.
sure that. I just wasn't sure if there's somebody who was like, "Oh, I want to be the one."
Judge will have the bag.
Okay. Because if not, I'll take it. Cool.
Can Judge join in the drinking?
Technically, yes.
Excellent.
Drinking contest.
Yeah, I mean, for you all going to the tavern, there is really only one building that is a tavern. And by and large, that building exists as basically two parts. One large bar room that has a common room attached, and then a small building that serves as barracks, likely a place that someone could sleep off the night outside of their current billet, that you could pay for, I guess. But by and large, it's very utilitarian. This tavern, for lack of a better term, is colloquially referred to as the Fat Smith Tavern, named after the person who is running the place.
Interesting.
His name is Smith.
Yeah,
And
he
he's
was
fat.
he was also one of the blacksmiths. But yeah, the Leyland expedition seems to be doing fairly well. You note that the elves, the High Elf, Eldari, and Wood Elves have all kind of made one section of the expedition their own. The Valentians have fortified their own position, almost making a kind of smaller kind of keep inside of the expedition. And it's very much militarily drawn up. The dwarfs have kept together. The whatchamacallit? The tieflings, while they have their small section of the expedition, they're definitely kind of separated, but they're just kind of open. They don't really have an area that's specifically to them. You kind of see the tieflings come and go wherever. It's very much an almost like microcosm of the cultures of Ando as they sit right now. The only people that don't seem to have like their own specific expedition, like section of the expedition, they just kind of took up places that were available to them anywhere in the expedition, were the members of the Accelin Institute who are here. They don't really have a section to their expedition, save for one building close to town square that acts as a sort of library and research space.
Drinking contest?
Yeah, I would say there's for your shopping purposes, unless you're specifically trying to gain equipment or supplies, namely rations or stuff like that, there's not really going to be much. And I would say you guys have rations. You got them on your way out here, and they came as a part of the supplies that were commissioned to you.
Which are probably sitting inside the nice big bag of holding. But
Yeah.
No, I actually want to do a drinking contest with Conroy.
I mean,
Well, we're
We have
getting
to
to
be-
it.
we'll
We
get
had the
there,
shopping
like-
trip first. We split the party. We're going to do one section of the party first.
yup.
anyway,
Is there anything that you
Um,
do want to go out of your way to find?
the terrain here, my brain's thinking like Egypt for some reason, so I know that's not right. There's green. This is actual like forested area.
It's jungle. It is
Okay.
it is very much jungle.
ass.
Thick ass thicket.
Got it. Okay, then what I'll do more than anything is just try to go get some. I'll try to see if there's like an alchemist of some kind, and just get a few antidotes, because shit's poisonous and venomous out there, and I don't trust it.
Yeah, actually, that's very much doable. Let me go to...
Yeah, I just want to see if there's a few antidotes that I can grab just to have on hand, just in case. Because remember, if you bite it and you die, it's poisonous. If it bites you and you die, it's venomous.
Yeah, we have an antitoxin. Works against really any poison. Creature that drinks this vial of liquid gains advantage on saving throws against poison for 1 hour. That exists. Is there an actual potion of poison like curing? Not really. I guess
So
it's
yeah,
potion
while
of
Sam's
healing.
doing this, I just look over to kind of like, you know what? I don't know about you, but something still bothers me about that whole. I guess execution's the best way to put it. Earlier today.
Yeah, I don't like the intimidation that he was trying to show by doing that.
I mean, and I'm also just kind of curious. I mean, we know that he sold off supplies or gave away supplies to another expedition. I always kind of wonder which group he gave them to.
Same.
I don't think it particularly matters. The man's dead.
Yes, Samuel, you are able to acquire 4 antitoxins.
Cool.
If you would like to attempt to barter for them, you may, but if you're looking to just spend it in coin, because coin has not exactly no value here, but less value here, it would come at a premium. These are normally 50 gold a piece. They would be going up to 150 here, just because gold doesn't have much value at the moment.
I'd point to one of the like actually good at speaking people and see if we can try to get it down towards 100.
I am a good speaking person.
I am a good speaking person too.
I am not.
I
So
mean,
I just
yeah, I mean, you're here talking to this apothecary who seems to be heading up the Leyland kind of subsection of the expedition. He's partial apothecary, partial quartermaster for the medical supplies. He's kind of telling you, like, this is what we got. This is kind of what I'm going to have to sell them for. 150 gold each. You understand where I'm at? Right now, gold doesn't really mean too much. It's the shirt on your back, the food you're eating, that sort of stuff. Obviously, at some point, money's going to mean something, but for right now, not a lot.
I love that. Gold doesn't matter too much, but I want a shit ton of it.
I get that, but where it... you're gonna get a repeat customer if we get into these ruins and are coming and going back to back to back to back. I'm gonna be coming here looking for stuff often, and if I know you're my resource, then you're the guy I'm gonna come to every time. But if I can't even get there to investigate because I get bit by a snake or some dinosaur on the way there and die from poison, you're losing a repeat customer, losing valuable gold, resources, and honesty, the ability to say, I gave those potions to the Steel Odyssey who explored these ruins.
I was their supplier.
I was their supplier. And imagine when I go back and I'm like, yeah, this guy set me up with the best shit.
If I was in the
Become an
Merchants
adventurous.
Union, I would 100% take that advertising. Don't get me wrong. I'm not. I'm military union guy. Gotta understand. For me, I don't really need the advertising. I guess maybe after I get out of the military, but repeat customer does sound kind of nice, though. If you guys live through the ruins, you come back and you need more supplies, it's nice to know that you'd be coming back to me instead of searching around. That I do like. 150
I'm a loyal
gold per is certainly what I would want to sell these for. And I can really only get up to 4. Gotta understand. I got
That's
orders.
fair. That's fair. That I understand.
If you were looking for less, what would you be thinking?
So, see my friend over there, the one in the fancy cape who grew up not really understanding the value of a coin, versus me who
It's the type, yeah.
Yeah, no, totally fits.
who versus me who grew up living from copper to copper. He's trying to be like,
Copper to
oh,
copper. I love that.
he's trying to be like, yo, get it down to 75, and I went, whoa, bro, way too low. That's a negative for you. That's a negative in your pocket.
Whoa, bro.
So,
While she's having this conversation, Cover's just like in the corner, just like standing to the side. He kind of has his hand on his shin, but he's kind of using a finger to cover his mouth, and he's just kind of snickering, like, "Oh God, she's learned this one from me."
but I say 100, nice little break even.
For
We'll
how
be coming
many?
Back.
Like, how many are you looking? Like 100 per, but how many? We trying to get all 4, or
Or does
How
he
about
only
this?
have 4?
Do it.
he
can only give away 4.
he has more than 4. He is only allowed to give away 4.
Okay.
If you could do all 4 at that price, truly appreciated. Truly, it would guarantee that everyone in the party comes back.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh, bet.
First roll of the campaign.
First roll of the campaign, and it's a 19 plus 4. What's the plus 4?
I don't know. I
Oh,
don't know.
guidance.
Yeah.
You just have guidance on. Do you have your
guidance?
Do you have your guidance
have
or person here?
No, where does that come from? How do I
It's
turn that off?
probably guidance or bless that's automatically checked.
Guys,
In
yeah,
the
bless her
situation.
automatically check.
Oh, I
it.
see it. I see it.
Yeah. So just
Oh,
19.
is really good, though.
He kind of looks at you, looks at that. You can see he's kind of mulling over what you said.
He knows he wants to.
You do it at 125 and you got a deal.
I look over at Kamir like, what do you think?
So while she was having this conversation, I'd also been kind of taking a look. How busy does it look here? Does it look kind of busy? I mean, obviously he seems to be the only place to go for this.
He's the only place within the Leyland subsection of the expedition. You could certainly go to one of the other government representatives and see if they've got something, but these do look like the best stocked of the different sections, so it's probably the place to go for it. Busy, again, is a weird phrase because it brings to mind, like, is this a busy shop? And again, it's not really a shop. This is like a supply warehouse, basically. And there are certainly people coming and going.
Okay, I have a crazy idea. I'm gonna try this here. I'm gonna be like, that 125. I did hear that I did hear that the Phlegolosians were offering to sell us for 100, and I mean, we could go there, but something about you feel more reputable, and we really want to come to you. And really, this is, you're still a business at the end of the day. I mean, I get it. You don't need coin here.
But you're going to want a lot of it when you go home.
Yeah. You need a whole lot of it, and it would be a real shame not to give you some business.
I get it. I understand. If you wanna try and go somewhere else, you can go somewhere else. They're not gonna have the stock that I've got. And you already said it yourself. It's gonna be hard to trust that stock. I know for a fact that this antitoxin works. Can you say the same about theirs? I don't think so. But we're a little squeamish on it. Not looking to spend that much. 115.
Take a look at them.
I just say in your head, for the love of the old gods and new, just pay the man.
I'm like, we'll do 115.
115 a piece.
Sounds like a deal.
460 total.
Yep, 460 total. Mark that off. You get yourself 4 antitoxins. Some part of you internally, Kite, is like screaming because you know the value of an antitoxin in civilized world is only 50 gold. But, it's what happens when you're out in the middle of literally nowhere.
At least we negotiated down a little bit.
We had some trending in the right way movement on the price.
Yeah.
It works.
So who's got that gold?
It's in the bag of holding.
The one
Which
that's
isn't
not there?
with us. I would have just carried it with me.
I would
for
imagine.
shopping.
Okay, I was gonna say you're going shopping.
We'd have grabbed it and taken it with us.
You're not dumbasses.
Yeah.
I'll pull 500 and would have handed it before they parted.
Oh,
Okay.
you have a budget of 500 for the drinking This is gonna be so great.
Let's go.
Oh,
not.
Christ. All right, let's go get back to them before they take all of the alcohol.
They're gonna need these antitoxins pretty soon. Going back to the...
Do we see anybody offering hangover cures?
But yeah, after we...
There's
after we
activated
leave,
charcoal
we're out of-
here.
We'll think about it.
After we leave and we're out of earshot of the apothecary, I'm like, I just go, okay, good job. You definitely picked up a few things since we've met.
Skills are getting better. Yeah.
I'm horrified.
Internally, I'm just thinking,
You should be.
sir, she's finding a new way to steal. Instead of actually stealing, she's just getting discounts. It's different.
A new fantastic
She's still
place to
paying
steal.
for it.
Technically, yes.
Technically. But you all head back to the Fat Smith Tavern. And at the Fat Smith, you do see already sat down at the bar is Conroy, Opal, and Judge,
Yes.
making a bit of an actual kind of like a scene. Because okay, never mind. Conroy looks Leyland to a degree, but not the same Leyland as anyone else here. Judge is an actual fucking robot. And Opal is Rookman, but also half-elf. They're not exactly normal people.
You're running into at this bar.
No, yeah.
And I'm half giant
What?
too, so.
With the two
That's
teams
three
with
halves.
the most normal out of everybody in the group, that says something.
Yeah. Like, you have 2 tieflings in the group, and the least normal people are actually left at the bar, and none of them are the tieflings. But they are already drinking. There is a rather large, kind of tall... He's got an almost, like, slightly sickly green tinge to his skin, and he kind of gives you this idea that he's probably, like, half orc, or maybe a quarter orc, but he's easy like 7 foot, maybe 7'2", very wide around, barrel chested kind of a guy. His forearms are about the size of like Opal's head, like big guy, like Shaq with these mugs, kind of just plopping them down in front of you like they're freaking small soda cans, as you all are drinking these pints. What he is serving you, it depends on what you kind of ask for. He's got 3 options. He's got ale, he's got stout, and he has grog.
Well, we've been on a ship for a while, so I imagine the standard fare was grog on the ship. So we're definitely not going with that.
For the love of God, give me a break.
Yeah, we need a break from grog. So we're... Now listen, I don't know about you, but I am going to stick with this stout more as I upend the tankard that I'm working on and slam it back down.
I just want to say,
Man takes the tankard, immediately fills it up from the large barrel behind him, and places another one in front of you.
This is service.
I just want to say, by the time that the rest of the party got there, Judge maybe has had 1 drink and like maybe half of another.
Yeah,
most of the time spent, he's just like making sure these other 2 are actually okay.
That would be the first thing I would go. I'd be going to Judge like, okay, how many in are they?
7.
Another! Slam it down.
All together, or...
We didn't find anybody to have an actual contest with, so we're taking it in moderation.
You're going against each other, and I'll say yes. You guys are probably both at 7 at this point with these stouts. I'm gonna ask for Constitution saving throws,
Yes.
just to form a baseline. Like, you're both probably drunk to a degree. How drunk is up to these rolls?
So, I'm gonna ask you. Typically, who's usually goes down first?
Opal every time.
Opal
Damn it!
Opal is the person who constantly loves to drink and do drinking parties and whatnot, but like, and to do drinking competitions, but like, she doesn't have the fucking 20 Constitution of Conroy.
Let's go. Not this
Nat
time, bitch.
1,
Not
let's
this time.
go.
Wow,
Not this
Nat
time.
1
Yeah, Nat 1, man.
on a proficient save.
Is a total of 10, but it's still a Nat 1.
And you're more proficient than me.
Yes,
God
far more.
damn. Yeah, like, she doesn't have the general, like, just the hardiness and constitution of Conroy. So she has the hardiness and constitution of her ancestors, of her background, being Rahman. So I would say the difference between Conroy and Opal is Conroy can generally drink more, gets to drunk slower, and generally doesn't go down as fast. Opal gets to drunk pretty quick, but it takes a little bit for her to get from drunk to blacking out. Like, she gets to drunk and she's good for another 10 before she blacks. Like, full out. Like, so at this point, they're at 7. They're both, because of the difference of their constitutions and kind of how they are going into this, even though you rolled a natural 1, I'm going to say you're both around the same level of drunk right now. Because she's quicker to drunk than you are. And you're at the same level of drunk as she is about as quickly.
Does it look like there's anybody who's like totally
Watching this?
interested and involved? Yeah, watching it.
Yeah. There are definitely people here watching
Better
this, but they're not so much watching this for like interest in who's going to drink more. They're just watching this for the just pure exotic nature of this. Here is something new and interesting in the middle of what is generally pretty mundane here. It's work here, first and foremost. Certainly seeing all the brand new, but something a lot of people don't think about when going on these kinds of expeditions, seeing the new world and setting up a colony is it's 90% just work.
Yep.
That is it.
Boy, ain't that the truth.
Like, you'll see the new things, but the new things aren't as important as where's my food coming from the next day. Like,
Correct.
that's so these guys are watching you guys because you're new, you're exotic, you're well known. Members of Steel, you are Steel Odyssey. You are well known. There are news articles, have been for the past year or so. Like,
Is this an inn or a tavern? Like, can I get a bedroom here as well, or is this just a drinking establishment?
as I said, the establishment is you have the tavern space, which is a large bar and kind of a couple of booths and tables there. It's actually not even booths, just tables. Attached to it from walking in, you have the bar directly across from the door. To the left, there's like a large kind of common room. It's kind of just shaped like a square around a large central hearth. And then on the right-hand side, there is a small door that leads to a hallway that eventually leads to an individual barracks kind of building.
Got it.
Where you could rent out like individual beds there if you prefer beds rather than the common room. Where, of course, you could also sleep in the common room.
If that's what you're looking for.
Yep. The common room doesn't actually have like chairs or tables there. There's just a large number of pillows and cushions kind of propped up in different spaces there, and you're kind of expected to either use the cushions or pillows or bring your own bedroll.
So I just take 5 gold out of the bag, and I'm like, do you mind? Do you mind if I take 5? You know, just Sam. Do you mind if I take 5? I would just ask Sam.
Yeah, it's 5 gold.
Okay,
Go nuts.
I go find somebody. I'm like, 5 gold says the woman goes down second. Just to somebody who looks like they'd be willing to bet.
I would have bet. I would have taken the bet.
The man kind of looks over at you. He's kind of drinking. He's like, I don't know. I've heard those Rookman can really hold their drink. I'll take that bet.
Let's go for another drink, Conroy. And I just kind of slammed the drink down.
Yes.
Judge would have gotten 5 rooms, by the way,
Oh yeah.
for this whole
Yeah.
shebang.
There's 6 of us.
I will say
I know.
the alcohol
Okay.
is not paid for, but the food and beds are. They are covered by the expedition.
Okay.
But the alcohol is up to you guys. And yeah, you guys are gonna keep going. I'm not gonna take this in like every single time you take a drink. We're gonna do this. No, we're gonna take this every time you get a couple of pints. You've gotten to 8 right now.
Okay.
We're gonna go another 2 in before making a con save. So 2 more tankards of ale or of stout that have been downed. Make me another Constitution saving throw.
Let's go. Okay, you gotta do something.
Contested saving throws.
Listen, I'm just gonna hope that I don't get another nat 1.
You're gonna do a lot better than me on this one. Oh my fucking god! No way! No way!
So we got a dirty 20 by Conroy and a natural 20 for Opal.
She ain't going down this time, bitches.
She's not going down without a fight, that's
Not
certain.
easy.
I would also just start chugging to try to catch up with them. Fun fact.
Oh yeah, Kite just
get out
goes
the
in.
funnel.
Kite's just, and like I would say, after a first couple of drinks, like you're like, oh god, these stouts are hefty. They're going.
These are my kind of stouts.
And I'm just sitting there sipping an ale.
So is he kind of? Does he look like he's going down a little bit after that?
No, neither. You guys are both fine.
Damn it!
You guys are still
Sorry,
keeping up
boss.
just fine with each other. Kite, since we're gonna try and catch up, Roll me a Constitution saving throw. You get like 4 in and immediately get to the level of inebriation they were at 8. And you're not stopping. You're just going. You're like catching up as quickly as possible. Next 2 drinks go down. Down. Next rolls, con saves from all 3 of you this time, because she is also participating.
Oh boy. Oh no, there it is.
There it is.
And Opal, you take that that second one, and immediately you kind of look over at Kite, and you're just like,
I'm sleepy.
nice horns.
They look good.
He had a natural 1 in the beginning, just saying.
Yeah, you had less at the beginning.
Yeah, that's true.
Kite has like it has not caught up, but is like 2 behind at this point, is heavily intoxicated. But like I imagine, correct me if I'm wrong, but I imagine Kite's like one of those, you get energetic when you drink.
Yeah.
So like she's got energy now.
Now that they're 10 in, we start singing.
Yeah, as soon as she drops down, the guy's like, ah, and like, slams down 5 gold in front of you.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you. And we just start singing everybody's favorite song.
oh, for fuck's sake.
What are the pinned messages? It's pinned in there.
Just a sec, I've got it. Got it in my notes somewhere here.
Oh no.
You can take
There.
your tropics and the tan girls you'd meet. Sand in your hooch and crabs in your cheek. To the north I will go, to the blank I will fly. To the warmest bed in the north shall I. Heave ho, you shellbacks and lubbers. Swab out your decks and clear out your scuppers. Loosen your belts, let your pouches swing low. To the land of the buggers we go.
Oh, I deeply regret having written that.
Suffer.
And of course, you're in a Leyland bar. Everyone's singing it.
Yeah, let's go.
Ask me why I did it.
While you're drinking, another 2 go down. We still have 2 people who are drinking here.
I would take a second, not wanting Opal to just be passed out on the ground, to like carry her and be like, Judge, where's...
Oh no, Judge would have immediately gone over
I'm-
and picked her
I'm
up,
already-
taken
I'm
her
already
over.
passed out on the ground. Like, I'm out.
Room.
Judge would have been on it, so
Probably
at
during
this
the song, he
point,
was just like, bye.
yeah, he's like, hold on, the old Irish goodbye.
Where Opal was and she's gone. Wait,
Yeah.
where'd she go?
But Kite, I will say, over the course of the song, and Conroy's kind of letting her catch up, you guys would now be even. Another Constitution saving throw, and the DC is pretty high.
Come on, guys. Come on, Kite. Come on.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay, you're both still in it.
Yes, let's go.
We'll say last ones. You guys got a 22 and a 23. The DC is higher than both of those rolls right now.
Oh, you gotta get an
Do we
activate.
both go out? Or does one succeed? Roll them out. Let's go.
Oh my god.
Here's
my
the
gosh.
question. Here's the question.
They're both out.
Actually, I guess the Paladin Aura would have been added beforehand too, so never mind.
Yeah, the Paladin Aura is not working on this one. I'm not taking the Paladin Aura with this one. Yeah, you both kind of get there on that last one. You both look at each other, and there's like a soft nod where you're both like,
This
We're-
is the perfect night.
"We're done. We're good." You're not drop out because you both rolled over 20, but you didn't roll the 25 to like stay in and stay drinking. So yeah, you're both
I just raised her hand.
done, but you
both
finish
win.
you finish an amicable drunkenness.
We did it.
We did.
Food is provided, and food is actually pretty good here. I will say those who have been drinking probably don't eat much. They're probably having just bread and that's it, because these stouts, like I said, are hefty. Like, at this amount, you're at like 14, 16 right now. The stout is basically your food. You've liquid lunched it here.
Was
Like,
Judge
basi-
okay carrying me up the stairs, by the way?
I'd imagine.
Oh, were there stairs? I mean,
No,
doesn't matter.
there's not
Oh, I
stairs,
thought there
but
was,
like,
sorry.
no,
Like, you'd be carrying her
there's
up the
really
stairs
not
at
any
one
buildings in
point.
this town that have gotten constructed with a second floor in mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, during the song, it was like immediately took her to whatever one room was rented out, place her in the bed, nice and gently,
Yeets her on the bed.
cast Lester Resto, gentle pat on the head, leave the room.
You got
Yeah.
tucked in by the cleric.
Tucked it by the cleric, given that little lesser resto to make sure you had your water before you went to sleep. Make sure you don't
Yep.
wake up hungover. Oh,
Kite would hit a point where she's like, oh my gosh, this is the best bread I've ever had. I truly mean that. Did you make this yourself? Holy shit.
the half orc just looks over at you and he's like, "It's rye bread. Yes, we make it here."
Right, you are.
Oh.
The rest of you
right.
do enjoy a meal of some form of roasted bird that is well seasoned, well taken care, like well prepared. It doesn't really have any sides other than the bread. But yeah.
It starts going off about bread, and I give her a lesser restoration too.
Yeah.
I can do it myself. I have spells.
I will say, for the sake of brevity, unless there's something anyone would like to do for the end of the night.
No, I'm just
No,
saying, Mike.
if
Mike,
we're going
just
to
to
sleep, before we do that, if Judge hasn't gotten to Conroy, I'll throw lesser restoration on him.
Oh, that's right. Lunar.
Or after I go to sleep.
After, I'd imagine.
Okay.
He knows better than that.
Okay. I would have been very disappointed if you had done it before I went to sleep, and you'd probably know that.
I mean, if I was
Oh,
really
like
trying to
giving,
rig-
like giving an overdosed junkie a shot of the. I can't fucking remember the name of the drug, but like, and then they complain at you for killing their buzz.
I mean,
fucking
if I was
Narcan?
Yeah, Narcan. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one.
to do that, if I was really wanting to win that bet seriously, I probably would have, because I could have subtle spelled that and nobody would have known.
Yeah, no. I would say at this point you've probably done that before, and they don't let you participate because of that.
Or we know exactly who it is.
It's like, we know who does this. We know that you do this. No. No.
Now, see, if I really, really, really wanted to make money, I would have participated. I would have kept doing lesser restoration on myself.
But yeah. Say if there's nothing else anyone wants to do before they go to sleep, we can all head to sleep.
other than a very prolonged nighttime ritual of setting up an alarm, laying in bed, putting a Lehman's tiny hut over me, putting on my very, very special hat.
I mean, sure. Fair enough.
Putting on his special hat.
It's a trinket that I have from a background. It's a nightcap that, when worn, always gives you pleasant dreams.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you
Judge is
all.
in the common room.
Yeah, Judge is just in the common room.
He just shuts down.
They do have like a
Passive mode
feature for
activated.
this, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go in an inert state.
Yeah, Sentry's Rest. You just kind of turn off.
You go into sleep mode.
Kite knows he's sleeping out there alone. Kite would be like, no, buddy. And just like lay on the floor next to him.
I love the idea of, like, he shuts down, you come outside and just, like, start dragging him like a rigid statue back to the room.
No, I like her concept of like she probably thought about doing
She leaned over like 45 degrees, dragging like a metal chair in a school
scratching the floor. No, I'd imagine like she probably tried that at first, but no, he's too heavy, and she just curled up on the floor underneath him, like pulled
she,
in.
lays him down because she can't.
Because there's like only maybe a handful of other people actually sleeping it off in the common room here. She's probably acquired like a nest's worth of pillows.
I would laugh so hard if you just hear like this warning going into attack mode if you keep bothering.
Just please step away from the robot.
Yeah, exactly.
Please step away from the Archon.
Motion detected.
Warning.
And
Danger mode.
I'm fully conscious during this whole thing. I'm just motionless.
Yeah, in the state you appear inert, but it does not render you unconscious. You can see and hear as normal.
Like I'm fully aware that she does this almost every single time, and I have not brought it up once.
Yeah, haven't told her at all.
Not
Just
important.
Just like, all right, that's her choice, whatever.
But yeah, you wake up the next day. You do see that she has this large nest of pillows that she's surrounded in. She is full starfished in the middle of it too. The rest of you wake up.
Reality.
You are all doing just fine.
Do I remember what happened?
You remember that you were drinking.
Okay. But I feel like I don't have the the hangover because of the lesser restoration, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you don't really have the hangover, but like you still got blackout at one point. Like you remember you were drinking, you remember you were having the contest, you don't remember how it ended. Though you assume, as with almost every instance, that you probably didn't win, but that's not why you do it in the first place anyway. Like you're doing it to drink.
Brought you to bed.
Wouldn't be the first time. But yeah, you all wake up and get prepared. Get a nice meal. Check your spells. Make sure you're preparing the right ones. And get ready to go. Yeah, a little morning jog around the town. As you're kind of making that morning jog, you do see that the administrator, Marenko, is already up walking around. He sees you for a moment, kind of nods. And as you all kind of get together, have your meal, get ready to head out, you are met at the entrance to the tavern by Bezric, and also the administrator, Octavio Marenko. Bezric kind of looks over you all. All right, we're ready to do this?
Yes, sir.
As we're gonna be.
Let's do it.
Forewarning, I do not fight.
It's okay. We do.
I don't
Stand
do
behind
that.
us.
I've got you one better. And he pulls out like this little, what looks like kind of glass vial. I got about a dozen of these little guys. It's super small. I throw this on the ground. It really smells bad. Completely covers my scent. And it has some invisibility potion effects. Makes me go invisible for a short duration. It's saved me from literally every enemy that's had to fight me before. Don't expect it will stop me now.
At what point should we start to expect danger? How far from the city?
About 5 miles.
So standard fare, got it.
Yeah,
Dinosaurs begin 5 miles out.
Yeah.
I go over
At
to
this
Sam.
point, the administrator chimes in. We perform patrols around the town and make sure that we are nice and safe here. That all being
Make sure
said,
everyone's safe. Sorry.
smile once again. Doesn't look like it's reaching the corners of his eyes. It's like, of course. This is a Leyland expedition after all. I would like to wish you all good luck. And I look forward to seeing you again soon.
And at the start of the day, like I do every day, I will cast Mage Armor, so I also activate my ward.
Yep. Because that's maintained. Like, Mage Armor for you kind of sits for a hot minute.
Well, Mage Armor lasts for 8 hours, but
Yeah.
the thing is, because it's an abjuration spell, it activates my Arcane Ward, which stays up until I have a long rest.
Yeah.
And for me right now at my level, it's 29 temp HP essentially that I just get. And then every time I cast an abjuration spell, when it drops below 29, it adds the number of the spell slot to the remaining health of it. So like
Yeah.
if I cast Banishment, which is a 4th level abjuration spell, it will add 4 to the ward.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Love it.
And I haven't changed phases, so I'm still.
Yep.
I go over to Kite, a little pat on the head, and cast Death Warden.
Oh.
Conroy.
Yeah.
How was last night? Because I don't remember.
It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's after you. I'm not sure when you left. It was right around when we started singing.
There was singing. What? And I missed
There was
it.
Damn
Damn
I
it.
led the whole bar in the land of buggers. It was great.
Oh, and I missed it.
Mm.
Oh, we gotta do that
Next
next
time, next
time.
He even harmonized for the Land of Boogers. It was impressive.
Connor's always good for a baseline.
I have many talents.
Next time.
Conroy's always good for that baseline. I'm saying this conversation is happening as you guys are exiting the expedition.
Yeah.
Octavia did not
Yes.
have much more to say to you all. But yeah, you leave the fortifications, walls, and head out into the forest, into the jungle. And at first, you kind of see like there is a small path to a degree. Like you can see the patrol lines that they kind of cover that have been kind of pressed into the ground. After about 1 mile out, all semblance of path is gone. You are just trekking it through the woods at this point. Bezric, doesn't say much, just kind of leading you on. But I'm assuming you all are keeping watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's keeping an eye out? Who's doing
Me. It is myself.
it? Judge, roll me a perception check.
This is probably not something I can guidance.
No, this is a long-term kind of a deal.
Yeah. 23.
23 is still very good. Let's move through the forest. And yeah, I mean, for the first 5 miles or so, it's pretty simple, pretty nonchalant, business as usual. At one point, as you start kind of heading out, like you're following the road that's kind of marked here, on like the path that's kind of marked here, that goes along this kind of river line. But it strays from the river from time to time, as it's just more difficult to move along the river in some areas than others. You have to kind of move away from those muddy marsh areas and deeper into the more vegetated areas. It's in one of these sections, Judge, that you notice kind of right off the bat that the local songbirds, if you want to call them that, and the sound of the monkeys or whatever that were kind of living up in the trees, have grown quieter and more distant. Bezric is still just kind of moving along.
I feel like this is something that would be brought up, but I don't think Judge is smart enough to realize that. I don't think Judge is smart enough to realize that's probably because they might be afraid of something. So there's less animals. But maybe someone else might come to that conclusion.
Like, probably Judge would probably say it's like, it seems a bit quieter here.
Yeah.
Bezric kind of hears that and stops for a moment. He's like, huh. Yeah, it does kind of seem quiet.
It's usually when the fun begins.
Bezric kind of looks at you. He's like, gosh, I hope not. This would be pretty close to town, I guess, but not unheard of. Well, let's I guess let's get set up just in case. You guys want to like stop here or keep moving? What are we doing?
Proceed with
I want to
caution.
keep fucking going.
Let's keep walking.
Should we expect trouble, though? I request I request Opal.
Ooh.
Gonna not even say anything. I'm just gonna clamp a very thin platinum bracelet around her right hand and cast Warding Bond, or right arm, I should say.
Just snap you guys over
Ooh, it's so
here.
cool.
Slide.
And since I know
Yeah.
Judge got tight, I'm just gonna go Conroy, just give him a slap on the back. I'm like, well, if we get in trouble, you know what you're doing. While I'm doing that, I cast Death Ward on him.
Is it warding bond
let's-
like whatever happens to me happens to you and
Yeah. It's the damage is
Sort of. Yeah. If you stay within 60 feet of me, you have a +1 to your AC and all saves and resistance to all damage. So
cool?
any damage you take is halved, and I take the other half.
Got
But
it.
it does not work. It does not work both ways. It's only when you take damage.
And then I'm gonna
I just take damage.
slide into kind of the point position.
Stick my happy squishy ass right in the back.
I'm right next to you.
Oh, hey, that's a map.
It's a map.
There's a map.
It's a map. It's a map.
And for some
I
reason, your
would-
tokens are not updating with the things I'm trying to have them update with.
Like us being able to move them.
No,
I
like
can move
me being able to put your HP bar on them.
H.
Well, I think us being able to move them is another thing too.
Yeah, can you guys move them?
I can move mine.
I can
move
I
mine.
cannot move mine.
Here we are.
How about now?
I can't move mine.
I can move mine.
You.
Oh, now I can.
Yeah, strange that yours aren't like that, but whatever. There we go. Get your HP on there. We're gonna do yours tally real quick.
I'll say this because people would know it. Anyone who anyone who starts their turn within 5 feet of me gets an extra 10 feet of movement.
Cool.
I think it's 10 feet of you.
No, it's 5 feet right now. I think it goes up to 10 feet later.
Yeah, Aura of
Oh, yeah.
very specifically is
Yeah,
not
it's
within 30
different.
feet.
Give me a second here, Tally, and I'm get rid of your thing and re-add it. Can you move her?
No.
That's so weird. How about now?
Yeah.
Cool. And then Conroy. Oh, I'm making the green your health bars, by the way. That's what I'm doing.
I had
Cool.
just slapped it in there, just in case, because you were saying you were having trouble with it, so if you need to delete what I put in there, that's fine.
Well, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to connect it to your, like, use the thing on the token bars, the attribute for it. And for some reason, it's not working for some of you, but it is working for others. And I don't know why.
Peculiar.
Very peculiar. But yeah, Samuel and Kami are the only ones I couldn't fully put in. It's fine.
It's fine. We'll deal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright.
Just means that if I kill you guys, you know what happened. Yeah, we're just moving through. You guys are keeping kind of moving forward, as it were. I would say, as you guys are moving through, I would say you would probably get up to about here in the center. Yep, feel free to move your tokens. Kind of in this area. And then also for your purposes, the rocks here and these large ferns do block movement. The ferns, not enough to... That's, like, difficult terrain. The rocks do actually full-on block movement, and then the water is just water.
I was asked if that
Standing
was
water.
Cool.
Yep.
Do we see anything?
You're keeping an eye out as you're kind of moving through, and at some point, eventually something does jump out at all of you. Luckily, you all knew to expect something. You were on alert. So instead of being fully ambushed and under attack by these creatures with a surprise round, you see them coming and are prepared. Don't use the Markiplier edit. And you are prepared as these things all rush in from just all four directions. And as soon as you hear, like, the brush moving, Bezrick immediately just fucking tosses down a thing and disappears. But yeah, these guys pop up out of here.
Crap.
Moving packs.
They do move in packs. They are pack hunters as velociraptors are coming out to attack you.
Okay, who's gonna do the whole like Chris Evans blocking the three of them? Like,
With that, however, we have two options. I do know that, Tally, you were looking to end a little bit early because you wanted to make sure.
We don't have to.
You sure?
Keep going. Yeah, keep going.
Okay, then at this point, we're going to go ahead and take a break. We'll be right back
Break,
when we get to this. I will say, for those of you who are looking at it right now, this is the first map of the new campaign. This is also the first map that I will, that I have ever made, other than, like, the, whatchamacallit, other than the house from the last campaign, that is used Dungeon Draft. It is my intent to use Dungeon Draft to make every single map for this campaign. I do not want to use pre-created maps for this campaign unless the map that's being pre-created is just that level of perfect. I want to do everything in Dungeon Draft. So this is my first edit, first attempt. We'll see how it
really
goes.
Good. I need a drink. Be back.
Same. But I'm going to go ahead and get our stream kind of turned over real quick. Zoop. And
It's a melee attack with, so I need that.
Ba-ba-ba.
Bum, 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 bum.
Oh, I need to actually find battle music. Haven't done that yet.
Dun, 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 dun.
What's the right choice? I feel like this is the right choice.
Okay.
Yeah, that feels about right. I've got Rachel, I've got Nick, I've got Tally, I've got Wolfie.
Hey.
Do I have Tannerin?
Dun, dun, dun,
also
dun,
have
dun,
me.
dun,
And I have
dun,
Gist. That's everybody?
Yeah.
Bet. Let's do this.
6 people
I
plus a DM. Come
Let's
on,
go
Jurassic
back
Park
to the
music.
show. Nope.
Damn it.
But that would have been fun. It's not what I chose, though. All right. Let us, everybody, roll initiative.
I have not been able to hit things for so long!
Yeah, right.
It's always been Conroy, don't throw him overboard. Don't punch him for taking the croc. Or don't get on the wrong side of that particular guy, even though he's a shit.
Yeah, roll the advantage.
Today, I hit things.
Today, roll
Today,
the advantage.
Conroy smash!
Exactly.
Conroy, you have advantage.
I clicked advantage, did it all? It still only did it the one. That's really weird. Well,
It doesn't roll initiative advantage unless you change it in the cogwheel. Like, it doesn't care about the fucking tab at the top for
okay.
whatever reason.
I'm gonna unclick and select it again just to see it. Okay, cool.
That worked.
That worked, but it's not the 15. It's definitely the 10.
It's 10.
I changed it. If you wanna
You got it?
hit the button. Yeah,
Cool.
I got it.
All right. Well, then that means top of the turret order, it is the Raptors. This one's gonna go ahead and go immediately in. Yep, he can get right on up to you. He's gonna go right there.
Bring it on!
Yep, he's immediately going to make his attack. First attack. That does not hit. I'm assuming a 10 is not gonna hit.
No.
Second attack, 18.
Yeah, an 18 will hit me.
All right. 7 points of slashing damage. Third attack, 14. I don't think hits.
Nope.
All right. Next Velociraptor is gonna go in right up to the back over here to this guy. He's gonna attack you, Kamir. First attack, 26.
I mean,
Yeah, his jaws immediately come out and just snap down on your leg. These are big, by the way. If you've had any level of like reading on like reports of velociraptors, they're usually described as small creatures. These are about the size of like a pony. Like these are big.
Holy raptors!
12 points of piercing damage on that bite. Claw attack, 15 to hit.
yeah,
8 points of slashing, and third attack was 26 to hit for another 10 points of slashing. This guy's gonna go...
12, 8, and 10.
Yes, 12, 8, and 10. This guy's gonna go run on up. He's gonna go ahead and run right into here, and he's gonna use his pack tactics against you, Kamir. 23 to hit with the bite.
Yeah,
Another 12 points of piercing
and
damage.
Hellish Rebuke that shit.
Go for it. Roll your damage on the Hellish Rebuke. Or it has to make a save, doesn't it?
Dex save.
It is going to be a save, but yeah.
Dex save. That is a 23.
Oh my.
It's level 2. Hellish Rebuke's level 2, right? No, level 1.
So he succeeds. It's half damage, correct?
Yep, and hold on a second. Because I need to get the fuck out of here. I just gotta see how...
Oh yeah, because you have the Astral Shard. You cast a spell, you can immediately teleport.
Yep. Getting closer to these people.
Yep, he move immediately, he goes to swipe at you, and his second attack misses because you teleport. He didn't react fast enough. So he, looking at that, gets upset, turns, makes his third attack against Samuel. This is a normal attack, 14.
Miss, thank God.
Miss.
It just bounces off the mage armor.
This guy's turn, he is also going to go in and immediately attack you, Samuel. Pack tactics. Bite. 21.
Yeah, I think that can hit even with a shield.
All right, 16 points of piercing damage against you. Second
Shield
attack,
+5.
20.
Yeah, that'll still hit.
All right,
How much?
By the way,
How much damage is on the first one?
16.
Thank
When
you.
the Hellish Rebuke hit, did it look like you just took normal damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Second attack hits for 11 points of slashing damage, and the third attack, 15. Does not hit, I don't think.
It will hit, but I'm going to reaction to shield, so it won't.
Sounds good. And that is the end of its turn. Samuel! These things come in, they attack fast, and they nip at you and distract you.
Bitch! Samuel, not happy. Not even happy a little bit. Everybody's run away from him. Or is away from him.
Hey, you're the ones who decided to put the squishies in the back instead of in the center.
Question. For this campaign, we are still doing the 1-leveled spell per turn?
Yes, we are still doing traditional D&D rules.
Okay.
None of these Baldur's Gate 3 rules. It is traditional D&D rules.
If you took 2 levels from fighter, action, surge, action is technically available raw, but I don't think any of us did something like that.
No.
You're also not allowed. No.
You're no.
There's it's
That's
things
just
like
all
that. There's things like that that very specifically feel like you're intentionally trying to exploit the rules as written that I try and avoid.
You know what? I'm gonna panic. Yeah. Suddenly there's 3 fucking dinosaurs next to me. They're within 30 feet of each other. So yeah. Hold on. How far is that one? Stand by. Cool. So these 4. I'm gonna aim at this one right here. I'm gonna hit him with a chain lightning.
Oh!
So all 4 of them will have
Get
to make
fucking
dexterity
grilled.
saving throws.
Yeah, these 3 plus
my
this guy
God!
down here, right? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, they need to
3
make
next to me in that.
dex saves.
Yes.
All right, from
DC
top
19
down,
dexterity
1, 2, 3, 4. Top one saved, second one failed, third one saved, fourth one failed.
Cool.
So the second and fourth both take 54 points of lightning damage and look. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, are you kidding me? That's... Why? Oh, that's
happened?
terribly unfortunate. Updating that
I
one
know
token
why.
is now updating all of the tokens. How do I
Yeah.
fix?
They're all tied to the same token, so you have to unbind it. Like, you have to unbind the token from the character sheet that you're using.
Okay, how do I do that? Just
Um,
go to the character sheet and hit edit
Yeah.
and just hit default token, just
Yeah,
remove.
just clear it.
Save changes.
Hopefully.
Close. Let's go to this. Minus 54. That worked. As far as I know.
Cool.
Don't know why that became a problem here immediately, but you know what? We'll take it. Let's see if it's also successful here. 54. It did it again.
Oh no.
Hold on. I think I know what I need to do. Edit token defaults. Or edit token. None. Save settings. Apply tokens. Oh, cool. That just did that. Nice.
Oh no.
Hold on.
It's okay. I know what they are.
No. I got this. I know what I'm doing here. Give me the fucking... Thank you.
Oh my.
You to here.
I cast a chain lightning and it shorted out the game.
Duh, now they're small.
We'll take it.
It's
I'll-
okay.
It works.
So long as they don't all just immediately fucking... Okay, yeah, that worked. Cool. I see the reason why. I see how it happened. We're fine. What's half of 54?
27.
27? That one there. And that one there. All right. Is that your turn? Probably not.
It's not like I can fucking move. I don't have another bonus. I'm a fucking wizard. I don't have a bonus action. The cape takes an action, doesn't it? Yeah, so... I love the new roll 20 thing. So cool.
Which one?
Okay, yeah, it takes an action. The new compendium.
Ah, yes. Yeah.
I'm really enjoying it. Yeah. And I guess for my panicky bonus action, I'll just look back at my party and go, help! And that'll be the end of my turn.
Cool. At the same time, Opal,
Yeah.
it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna move. Let's see.
I'm assuming, by the way, Kamir, that your dex is less than 20.
Yes.
Okay, good.
I'll go. I guess right here. So that way I'm still with Judge. And then let's do an attack. Let's see.
Yeah. The one directly next to you looks very weak, as it was
Okay.
excessively zapped.
And smoking.
Okay. When was it? Sorry, I have to like go through these real quick because I know there was one.
New character, who dis?
Yeah, basically. Okay, no, it's not that. Okay, so I will do a unarmed strike.
All right, roll your attack. Where did my
25.
fucking thing go? Hello? Here it is. 25 hits. Yeah. 9 points of damage.
Let me see. Something. Blah, blah, blah. So I think I have 2 attacks, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So punch again.
Punch
What about
again,
extra attack?
punch.
Oh no.
11 does not hit. No.
Damn.
Sag.
I think that's all I can do. Let me double check.
Bonus action.
Yeah. So you can bonus action make 1 more punch, or you can bonus action spend a key and make 2 more punch.
I'll spend a key. Let's go.
Flurry of blows.
Punch. Punch.
First attack misses, second attack hits. 27.
Punch.
Another 8 points. That one is dead.
Yay.
Alright, guys, their AC is somewhere between 13 and 25.
They grew
got it.
larger.
I did
The one
it.
died. They grew bigger.
I fixed it.
Wait, what?
They raged.
Right?
No,
They
I
hulked it out, man.
I fixed the issue. They are now back to the new token, or the proper size token.
The enraged timer went
The
off.
unfortunate part is that now they're back to being the wrong health points again, but it's okay. I can fix that. I know which ones were which. We didn't damage any of the other ones yet, so we're good.
Okay, that's okay.
All right, that is your turn. It is this Velociraptor's turn. He's going to go ahead and go 5, 10, 15,
What kind of damage would
20,
that be, by the way, for Opal?
35.
I think it's normal.
Your
bludgeoning.
normal punches are bludgeoning,
Okay.
but you have a
He's
thing that
gonna
lets you choose what it is.
Attack Conroy with advantage because of pack tactics. Conroy. There's a 23 hit.
Yeah, maybe.
9 points of piercing damage. 18 to hit.
Yes.
10 points of slashing damage. 21 to hit.
Yep.
Another 10 points of slashing damage.
Yep.
As that one's turn. Comir.
All right, Conroy, I'm sorry. Judge, don't judge me.
Oh,
You're casting Fireball Center right on Judge, and I'm careful spelling this
What the
shit.
fuck?
But by the way, I can't protect Conroy. I'm protecting everybody else.
I'm all
What
about
the
this. Let's go.
Careful spell metamagicking on Judge. Fireball. At what
Get
level?
affected by Italian.
I don't like getting hurt. We're doing this at 4th level.
4th level. So it means all of y'all who are careful spelled, which is everybody except for Conroy, right? Is what you said?
Yep.
Yeah. You guys do not have to make the roll. You automatically save.
Wait, what's
Conrad
your
gets
charisma modifier?
+5.
He's too
Okay,
far
so
away.
it's a 20. No, I'm right next to Kite.
Oh, Conroy.
Yeah.
I keep thinking Sand.
So dexterity saving throw plus an additional 5, so a total of 20.
And I've got that on my sheet for later now.
Yep. Let us roll the damage. It is 35 points of fire damage. Halved for all of you to 15 plus 2, so 17 points of fire damage.
And halved again for me because.
Halved for tieflings, yep.
So we all take 17.
Wait, can I do evasion so then I don't take anything,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Ellie doesn't take anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now I just need, it's just these 4 velociraptors that are in range of it, correct?
Yes.
Dex saves. Not advantage. Reroll that first one. Well, no, keep that one because it had bad rolls. 2, 3, 4. Oh, wow. Actually, no, they all fucking suck. This top left one takes 35 points of fire damage. The top right one saved, take 17 points of fire damage. The bottom left one failed, 35. The bottom right one failed, 35. The bottom right one looks very damaged, almost dead. Is that your turn, Kamir?
Hold
You
on.
realize that damage was almost evenly split equal between enemies and allies?
I said sorry.
He, you know what? He made choices. He
That's
used
how
his
big the room was. He said he
magic.
cast Fireball.
I didn't say how many of my allies am I gonna hit. I said I cast Fireball.
Should have taken a lightning bolt.
I
Weren't
don't
you
think
the
I
one
have any-
giving Wolfie shit for taking Lightning Bolt last campaign?
A little bit, yeah.
You were.
And it's because in that one fight where I gave him shit, it could have been really helpful to have a fireball.
But Fireball
yeah,
is
I
just too
don't-
normy.
I don't have anything else I can use, so no bonus
And it
action.
certainly does seem like right now the center's where
But
they're
wait-
all
wait a
running to.
second.
So
No, technically I do. Let me just see if stuff's in range for. I
okay,
can do a cantrip bonus action. I can use Nor Meta Magic.
You could.
You know, which one looks the weakest?
In your closest range, this bottom right one here.
Yeah, he's getting mind slivered. Bonus action to quicken it.
Okay, what's the safe?
Intelligence, I think.
Intelligence. Is it intelligence? It is. Let's do this.
And this should be DC 18. I don't know why it's DC 7.
What the fuck? Okay, he still fails, but he rolled a 14. Which is shocking because they have a -3 to intelligence. It's dead though.
Yeah, so I don't know why that's showing up as DC 17 when it should be DC 18. But
It's fine.
No, it's not.
I understand.
Weird with mods. If you change the modifier for it in that section to charisma and then back to spell, it should update.
This is fair. Might be that. All right. Is that your turn? I think that is. Yeah.
that it.
Cool.
What do I need to
5 more Velociraptors. Let's go. This one's gonna jump up onto here, which can get him to, unfortunately, not that far. He can get up to here, and that's gonna be his turn. He's not gonna take his action to move. He doesn't need to. This one's turn is gonna rush up over to here, and he's gonna attack Kite, who's in the center.
Good luck.
Pack tactics, because it does have an ally within 5 feet of you. Which is also why I positioned where it did. 25 to hit.
That hits.
15 points of piercing damage. Second attack to 15 to hit.
No. Does
Third
not hit.
attack, 20 to hit.
No.
That's what I thought. That is its turn. This guy is
Real
gonna
quick,
move.
though, I want to take my reaction when he attacks Kite to attack him back because I have Sentinel feet.
Ah, yes, fair. Respect. So go ahead and roll your attack, sir.
Yep. And let me make sure. Is this only available on my turn? No, just before you make a melee hit. What? That's very odd, Tannerin. Just a sec. Alright, whack. 16.
16 does not hit.
Good to know. Alright.
This guy's gonna
Please
rush up
continue.
here and go to attack the robot, because that's the guy he can get in range with. No pack tactics on this one. Bite 22.
Yes.
You take 14 points of piercing damage. 22 for the second
Yes.
attack. 9 points of slashing damage. And an 11. Does not hit, I don't think.
No.
This one is gonna rush. He's gonna go around the water for a little bit here. And he gets to there and he's gonna jump the rest of the way to zoop right up into here. He's gonna attack what looks like, in his approximation, the easiest target, and it's gonna be Kamier. Congratulations. He's the one who looks like he's gonna be the easiest one to take down and eat when he takes him home. That's a natural 20.
Oh, fuck me.
Take 21 points of piercing damage on that. Second attack is a 14, even with advantage, doesn't hit.
Okay. Hold on, yeah. Or no, 14? Yeah, 14 does hit, or hold on, what is...
What's your AC?
It's 11.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm shielding that as a reaction.
Sounds good. Third.
And then I'm telling Pori the fuck out of here again.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
I gotta... about the only place I can go.
Yep, fair enough. It does not waste its last attack on you as you teleport away, because it watched you do that before, and is instead going to turn and use its pack tactics on Judge. 23 to hit.
Yes.
12 points of slashing damage, and that's its turn. Last raptor, unfortunately has a big thing in his way here, this thing here. So it can only run so far, and it will to there. And it's going to attack Opal because that's where it has pack tactics from. First attack, 14, does not hit, I don't believe.
Nope.
Second attack is a natural 20, however.
I have a question.
Sure.
Is empowered strikes count as like, are these like kind of non-magical hits technically?
No, that's your
That's
punches.
your punches.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought that was theirs. Okay, never mind.
Yep. Nope. So with the natural 20, you take 14 points of slashing on that attack.
Reduced to 7.
Reduced to
I
7.
think the other 7.
Yep.
Okay,
Third attack, 21.
that just hits.
All
With
right.
the warding bond bump.
Yeah, that's 21 with
sad.
the warding bomb.
Gotcha. 11 slashing damage. It's reduced to
Reduced to
5 for both of you, yeah?
Yes.
All right. And that is its turn. Conroy!
So, I would like to use my bonus action to rage.
Fair enough. You are raging.
Rower.
Yes. Now, normally when I'd rage, my size would increase to large. There isn't technically enough space at this point, which, based on this, if there isn't enough room for you to increase your size doesn't change. So would
Or
it
we could do
stay-
this, if you would
That
like.
works for me. Yep.
Yeah.
I am.
Lord.
I am Lord
Yeah,
in George.
there's two ways I would rule it for increasing your size in this case, because it does say you just don't if there's not room, but that room is generally implied by, like, if you're in a room or a hallway or something that you
space.
like confined space. Whereas here there is space, there's just a monster there. I'm more than willing to say that you growing larger pushes it back some.
All right. And as this happens, the great sword becomes wreathed in almost what looks like a cone of air, and I will, just to try and start clearing out the pack tactic shenaniganry, I'm going to target the one that was attacking Kite.
Okay.
I am going to attack recklessly because they all have advantage on me anyways, and I am going to utilize Great Weapon Master. Let's see what their fucking AC is. Fuck.
Higher than that. Yeah, higher than the
A little
9.
higher than that. You know what? All right. I want to do damage this turn, so we're turning Great Weapon Master off. And
Fair enough.
26.
26 does hit, yes.
All right. And a huge fucking thunderclap.
So is it
roars
the total
out as
22?
It's the total 22, and all 22 of it is thunder damage.
Yeah. That's good shit right there.
Kabang.
Yeah. Just, we're gonna see if noise annoys the shit out of these things. Boom! As the sword swings
Yeah,
down.
you
but
you
that's what I
do
got.
that, and you actually hear a small yelp of the gnome who was not expecting that.
Was
Valid.
invisible somewhere.
Invisible and can't be smelled.
Yep.
So these things are ignoring it.
You know, this is fair. Alright, but that's what I got.
Awesome. It is this Velociraptor's turn, who sees Big Thing, doesn't like Big Thing, sees Loud Thing, doesn't like Loud Thing,
Yes,
and is
that's what
going
I'm
to
going for.
go that way. I'm going to say it gets a distance and uses its long jump to get just over this shorter edge of the rock here, and can just barely land in before he goes and runs at you to attack. First attack, ew, no, does not hit. Like, yeah, no, it was a 16. Second attack, that's a natural 20.
Yep.
Back tactic's a bitch, man. But
I
it's
attack
12
recklessly
points of
anyways.
slashing, but you're raging, so it's 6 points of slashing.
Excellent.
Third attack, it's 20.
A 20 will hit.
For 11, reduced again to 6 points of or 5 points of slashing.
5.
That's its turn. Judge.
Oh boy. All right. Fuck! I just realized what I could have done. But it's too late now.
New characters. New characters. We're learning.
Know, I was so sure. I was like, I have a thing and I can't find it, and I just found it.
It's fine. Next turn.
All right. I am first going to. I'm gonna cast a spiritual weapon at 4th level.
Special weapon.
I want to put it right next to me.
Okay, let's see if I can't find a spiritual weapon to throw at you here. I don't actually have anything thrown in here, do I? Oh wow, I have to actually upload shit? Oh no, here they are. Here's all my shit. What's the right call for you? What's your weapon? What are we making?
What is Kalen often depicted with? If he has a weapon.
He doesn't have a specific weapon. It can be really any weapon.
Your name's Judge
I'm gonna
with a
call it.
gavel.
I'm gonna call it a great sword.
A great sword. Well,
Kalen's
with that being the
great
case, I actually have to kind of go into my assets, which is crazy that I have to do that. It's been a while. Unzipped assets. Treasure assets is where I usually go. Do I have a sword in here? Yeah, that'll work. How's it gonna consider this? That's
Hell
gonna make
yeah.
it big. If I go down
Oh
to
my god.
A sword.
that works.
That's a divine intervention size sword.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right.
Kalen's great sword. Anyway,
Yeah.
22 to hit the one that hit me.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And I cast it at level 4. It shouldn't be. No, that is right because
That's
it
max
rolled an 8.
damage.
Yeah.
21.
21 force damage.
Nice.
And as my action, I'm gonna hold my action to cast my channel divinity when the remaining 3 get in range, and that would be within 30 feet of me.
So you're gonna hold your action when the rest of the velociraptors get in range.
Yeah, when
That
the
what we're
remaining velociraptors are within 30 feet of me.
Yo, it got wide. Okay. Sounds good to me. Next one. It's this guy's turn. Is he gonna do that? Yeah, he's gonna go over to you because you're over there. He's gonna attack with his blade. 15.
Does not.
Claws. 14. I do not have
Does
advantage.
not.
Another 14. Does not.
Thank God I had shield up.
Yep. This guy over here cannot actually get to you guys unless he dashes. So he will dash. And he's going to move over to here, but that's his turn. This guy is going to run up and attack now that he can against the guy who so viciously wounded him.
I'm gonna activate my held action though first.
Okay. Are we saying because this guy's not in range?
Well, he's obviously not gonna come down. He went up there.
All out. I know, like, it's what you are intending to hold your action for is when you can get the max effectiveness, so all out.
Just a massive burst of radiant bright light encompasses the entire field. My allies are not affected, but all of my enemies have to make con saves as I use Radiance of the Dawn, where they all take terrible 18 radiant damage if they fail. Or half.
11 of these that I have to make, so let's fucking go. 1, 2. Oh, these are not at advantage. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right. First one, not with advantage. It's a 7. It fails. How much?
It's 18.
18.
18 on fail. 9
Second
on
one succeeded. It's 9. Third one failed. It's 18. Fourth one failed. 18. Fifth one. What's the DC?
19.
19 failed. Oop. Sixth one is here. And that was a natural 20, so it succeeded. It's a 9. And then the next two succeeded. But then the last three all failed. 18, 18, and this one is dead, so it doesn't get its turn. Kite!
Going to
Ow.
yeah.
You okay?
Yep.
It's gonna be an attack on the one that's just north of me.
Roll your attack. Oh! Not a good start to the campaign.
I get an extra attack, so try again.
14 does not hit.
Okay, well, I don't like just being here and feeling kind of useless in the middle when I have a wizard getting attacked.
Sorcerer, definitely up at the top, getting attacked all by himself.
Yeah.
He has an AC of 11. Go help Tanrin.
Okay, then I'm gonna. Well. It's just one though. There's 3 by. Okay.
Yeah, the one over there are hurt. the ones over here are brand spanking new.
Yeah. If any.
He still has not been hit by anything. Every other one has been hurt in one way, shape, or form right now.
Okay, then I am going to move up and. Can I get up? I know I'm going to take opportunity of attacks, but can I
You're
get
definitely
up
going to take
near?
attacks of opportunity, but I'll say you go there, 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 there. Gets you there at least, or here if you like.
Yeah, let's do that.
Easy. So you got here. Do you want to move here or here?
That one.
Go for it. You can also move your characters. I don't do the live session thing in here. You can just move your token wherever you like. Is that your turn?
I don't think I have any bonus actions.
Paladins generally don't unless they're like concentration spells, like auras or smites that you can like front load.
Yeah, I would have had to set that up and use my action to like,
Like you could do it now, but then you also know that if you're just holding it with that on there, you're making the concentration checks every time you get hit. Which is more valuable if you're using your aura, less valuable.
No, I would have had to use my action to like put up the aura, which I already used my action.
This is
so
true.
No, I don't have any. I don't have anything.
All right, top of the turn order, we're back to the Velociraptors, which are now dramatically reconsidering their options. That was a big flash of light, and it did a lot of damage, and these are still just animals, so we're gonna go ahead and make some saving throws. All right, this one's dumb as rocks, so he's gonna stick around, and he's gonna attack, He's gonna attack Conroy. With advantage, 22 to hit.
It's
9 points of piercing. Second attack, 11. Does not hit, I don't think.
no, 11 misses.
16, I think also misses.
That also misses.
All right, next one, wisdom saving throw, normal. This one is smart enough. It is going to use the disengage action and run. and it will get to there. Samuel!
No. Wait, no.
Okay. I am going to make sure I read this right the first time. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, yeah. Excuse you. Goddamn.
I am going to use my action to cast Big B's hand.
Big B's hand!
Yeah, that's the one.
D&D, unzipped assets, hand. Do I have a hand? No. Glove? Do I have a glove? No. Gauntlet. Do I have a gauntlet? No, I don't. We're gonna say your Big B's hand. Where are we putting it?
Right on my ass. It doesn't take up space. It's actually part of the thing.
Isn't it a medium token?
It is a large token, technically speaking. Is a large hand of shimmering translucent force in an unoccupied space. The hand lasts for the spell's duration and moves mimicking.
Congratulations, it's the wide samurai armor.
Okay.
Big B's armor.
And because I can do that with my action when I summon it, and then a bonus action afterwards, I'm going to use Grasping Hand on myself. And just hold myself like 30 feet in the air.
Just whoomp up into the air. I don't have my numbers added to this game yet. I need to go and do that. But it does provoke attacks of opportunity because you are being moved out of their space of your own accord. You are casting it to do that. So both of these two will make attacks against you. They are with advantage because they are within 5 feet of you as it happens. So first attack is a natural 20.
I remember my reaction this time for a warding flare.
Which does?
They have to re-roll it.
They have to re-roll. Nice. So first one, it's a 22.
Yeah, that hits.
But it's not a natural 20. 12 points of piercing damage on the first one, and then is this concentration? I'm assuming it is.
Yeah, it is. Hang on one
so
second. So
concentration check. So I roll for the second one.
-8.
Why does it say your AC is 4? Oh, no, that's your temp HP.
Temp HP.
Like, that looks weird.
Maintained.
Just barely. Second one was a 15 to hit.
That I will use my reaction that I just got back to shield. So
shield. Yep, fair enough.
And then
you are now 30 feet in the air.
Yep.
Babe, what is your AC?
15.
Or your HP, I mean.
He's looking all right.
Okay.
Is that your turn?
Fireball.
It's your reaction and your action. You still have a bonus.
It's not abjuration, is it? It's an evocation. Okay. Yeah, that's my action. And then as the bonus action that every wizard has, 30 feet up, standing on this hand, I will just do like the legendary double middle finger and just point it at all of them. Just rotate it back and forth.
Yep, easy.
He's casting the somatic component of a spell. It really is just
language.
Yeah.
We're gonna punch the one next to me.
Go for it. Which particular one? The one to your right or the one above you?
Right here.
The one on the right? Okay, cool. So first attack, 24 does hit, so it's 7 points of damage. Second attack,
Punch.
22 hits, another 9 points of damage.
And I will.
You can use a bonus action if you like. Key point to make 2 attacks.
Yep. Punch.
Another 22 hits. Here we go. 11 points of damage. Second and fourth attack, as it were.
God, he's still up.
15 does not hit. Yeah, these guys are hefty.
Just in there.
Question.
Sleep.
Am I close to the AC?
I don't know. Are you close to the AC?
Well, No, the only reason why I'm asking that is because I have focused aim. That's why I'm asking.
We don't know what the AC is yet.
I know.
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
focused aim do? So attack roll, you spend 1 to 3 key points to increase your attack roll by 2 for each of those key points you spend. If you want to use it, you can use it.
All we know for sure, the highest attack roll that's missed is a 16. The lowest attack roll that is hit is a 22, so it's somewhere between 17 and 22. That's what I got for you.
I mean, you could fish for the 17. You
Yeah,
have
I'll
enough
spend-
key.
I'll spend 2 to try to get 17.
So hold on, are you going to spend 1 key point
19.
or 2?
Because 1 gets you to 17 and 2 gets you to 19.
I thought I rolled 15, didn't I?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
did.
increase your attack roll by 2 for each key. you
Oh,
spend.
sorry. Yes, so I'll do 1.
1 key point to make it a 17. Hits.
Yay!
You
got the AC.
No.
Oh,
Do
I'm
I just go
definitely
off of
turning
the
red
one I
up.
rolled?
Just roll the damage off that one.
Brian's like, wait, statistics? I can do this. Yeah.
There we go.
Damn it, he's still alive! Fuck!
That one literally was only damaged off of Judge's blinding light, and he saved on that roll.
I just look at it and go, fuck you!
It's looking really hurt now. But now it is this guy's turn. It has to make a wisdom saving throw. It's dumb as rocks, so it's going to stick around. Attack on Conroy.
Let me kill you.
27 to hit.
Maybe.
12 points of damage. 20 to hit. And the last one does not hit with a 12. But that 20 to hit does 8 points, reduced to 4 slashing damage. And that is its turn. Come here!
Second burst, same as the first, except I'm upcasting this to 5th level.
Oh! You are
Careful.
casting... I'm assuming
Yeah.
that's where you're putting it. Centered on the... Okay, cool. Luckily,
everybody
careful
gets that
spell,
spot.
everyone that's in there automatically succeeds. So no one has to roll anything, and then if you use your reaction again for evasion, right? Or do you even
Yep.
need... Is it reaction or
not a
just
reaction.
automatically
Not a
happens? Yeah,
reaction.
you don't
It
take
just
any damage at
happens.
all. Roll the damage as I go ahead and roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9
By the way,
dexterity
I'm
saving
also spending
throws.
another magic point. I'm re-rolling those ones, the
3,
3 ones.
4, hold on a second. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I rolled all those at advantage and none of them were supposed to be at advantage, but it's fine.
Yeah, it doesn't say it's a reaction, it says it just happens.
Yeah, evasion just happens.
Cool,
Okay,
so
so-
you're re-rolling those
Okay.
ones you said.
One's the
Re-rolling
two.
the 2 ones and the 2.
2 ones and the 2, go for it.
So down to 20, and then...
What's their number?
Yeah,
Up to 30, so 36.
so I gained 1.
So it was 2 ones and a 2 you took down. Takes that down to 24, plus 6 is 26, plus 10 is 36. Okay, good to know. I thought I was right on that, and I was correct. So 36 divided by 2, though, is 18. So even with a success, that one is dead. This one is a failure with a 15. It is 36. That one's very close to dead. This one is also a failure. This one is a success with, we said 18 is the halved.
Yeah, 18's halved.
This guy is a failure. He's also looking very low.
Okay.
This
This
guy is
one
a
is a failure. This one also failed. This one succeeded. And then this one failed. All right. Is that your turn, Kamir? They all look now terribly injured.
Excellent.
Except for the one next to Kamir that is still full HP.
Yeah, about that. I have another cooking spell here.
Okay. What are we doing with it?
I see what. These are all range. Shoot.
I'll give you $25 for each player kill till 3 quit. The problem is, Naylor, that these are prologue characters. They're not even their main characters.
Okay, wrong session for that offer.
Yeah, wrong.
$25 per
I know what
character death until one of your players quit.
Till 3.
You know,
Full quit the campaign.
this seems like a waste, but at the same time, I need to do this. That Velociraptors, I'm gonna quicken spell a scatter. Pop-
Hold on.
Uh,
Because you cast a leveled spell.
Oh, that's
This-
right. I did cast all the spells.
You cannot do that. You can only do a cantrip against it. We are not Baldur's Gate rules. We are D&D rules.
But that doesn't work with like twin spell because that specifically says.
Yeah,
you can-
twin literally double
Spell
casts
splits
it.
the spell. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quick. And then
Or to the players, $100 for your spot. Wolfie, no payment until you go debt free.
But
Yeah, I'm just trying to see. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. I just wanted to see if that was a ranged spell. I think all my cantrips are ranged.
and mine's anything that uses a saving throw, you wouldn't have to worry about. Like,
This
the
is true.
advantage or disadvantage to like
Oh, yeah.
Mind Sliver.
Yep, it's only if
You
it's
know-
a spell attack.
Correct. Or if they have the Mage Slayer feat, I guess. But I would assume these are not Mage Slayer for Velociraptors.
You know what?
You don't know.
The one next to me
I don't.
is gonna get You know what? No, I'm done.
Alright.
You're done? Alright. It is the Velociraptor's turn, who now, in a great deal of pain, no longer has to check to see if it's dumb as rocks, and is just taking its action to disengage and running.
I accept it's not, because I have Sentinel.
If you hit.
It's not
If I hit.
within range of you. It's this one.
My reach increases through giant stature. My reach is increased by 5 feet.
Roll your attack, I guess. You ignore disadvantage? Or, I mean, disengage?
Yeah, because of the Sentinel feat. The Sentinel feat specifically ignores disengage.
Okay, do it.
Sentinel's the definition of you ain't going
22.
fucking
22
nowhere.
absolutely hits. So yeah, it's dead instantly.
Brian.
Conroy is the reason as to why I made these guys have the health they do.
Yes.
It is this
He
guy's
just turns
turn,
to run and suddenly his like leg separates.
who
from his
saw
body.
you
He
attack
collapses.
and
almost
knows
activity.
now that he doesn't have to disengage,
Conroy's the new Aubrey.
and is instead going to immediately just fucking disappear off the map with an action dash.
He needs to make like another 3 attacks per turn and then he'll be Aubrey.
This one is also going to disengage and run just straight south off the map. He's gone. This one is going to disengage, and he's going to run as far as he possibly can, which is not off the map, strangely enough. Let's up to here. This one is also going to disengage and run as far as he can away from here. Unfortunately, not off the map, but he goes. There we go. Conroy!
And this one's just your token tracker, right?
Alright, so this very, very unfortunate creature that's immediately to my left.
Which ones? What were you saying, Naylor? Or Nick? None of them are token
Top
trackers.
right.
They're all real.
They all have their own turn.
No, I'm sorry, my thing froze. So I was seeing a token up at the very
Alright.
top right.
Yeah, my Roll20 did some weird shit too, so I refreshed. So I'm gonna hit the one immediately to
Because
my
I was
left.
looking at this one right here.
The one immediate to your left hits. It's dead. I don't even have to see. Roll the damage, but like it's dead.
D9. Okay, perfect. Huh. Can I? That's the real question. Nah, the attacks would be at disadvantage even if I...
Are you thinking of throwing things at them?
Yes, because that's the last thing that I get, because it's all giant themed, is the infused weapon gains the thrown property at 2060.
Disadvantage.
Yeah. Like, I think the only one I could even try to, because I've got 40 feet of movement, would be this one.
Yeah.
I mean, that one's in range of you right now.
Yeah, and I have 40 feet of movement.
Yeah, disadvantage is not enough of a reason to not do it. I'm gonna be honest.
Correct. The only thing that I don't get out of that is Great Weapon Master, because Great Weapon Master does very specifically specify melee weapon attacks, which does not work with this. Alright, so I run 40 feet up here, and extra attack will be to throw the Great Sword, no Great Weapon Master, at that motherfucker right there. Let me check one thing with Reckless Attack. I'm not sure that Reckless Attack works with that. Oh no, no, melee weapon attacks specifically, so it isn't normal. Yeet!
11 does not hit.
11 does not hit, and let me make sure.
I was gonna say, does it come back to you immediately, or?
Yes.
Okay, good. I thought it did.
It reappears in your hand the instant after it hits or misses a target.
Yeah, I thought it did, but I wanted to be sure. Judge!
Yep. Actually, nope. Nope, sorry, I'm gonna have to disappoint you. I killed one of them, and Great Weapon Master lets me attack with a bonus action.
This is true. Sorry, Judge. Hold on a second. Are you gonna do it again?
Yes.
It also misses.
Okay, sorry.
Now it's Judge's turn.
I'm moving spiritual weapon to this one.
Zip.
I'm gonna hit him, hopefully.
Roll your attack. 18 hits. For 8
Terrible.
points of force damage. That is
damage.
terrible.
The ones that have run though up here, they're like really bad.
Yes.
Like really bad.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna do a third
Like
level.
maybe not this one, but like these two. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna do a third level scorching ray. And just like a long range flamethrower, just bam, 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 and then this one again with the fourth one.
Okay, roll your attacks. I'm gonna take them from top down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sounds
Yep.
good. Cool.
That's what I wanted.
First attack.
All right. Nope.
16 misses. 17 hits.
No.
Nat 1 misses. 30 hits. Jesus Christ. So
Nice, nat 19.
3 damages. First damage. 10 dead. Second damage. 7 dead. Third damage. 7 dead.
Do.
Just yeah, burned, scorched. Their corpses are on the ground. Some part of you is thinking, not you specifically, but Conroy. Some part of Conroy is thinking this might make some good dinner tonight.
Yes. Very yes.
I'm gonna move
I
30.
will take my pound of flesh.
Menacing walk that direction.
Yeah, just like slow walk. Fucking Nanami going towards the anyway. It's this Velociraptor's turn. It saw all of its friends die, recognizes that it is still perfect health, and sees its opportunity to disengage and fucking leave. It yeets. It's gone. It wants no part of this shit.
You
Kite.
know, that-
We thought this was a good idea, but man,
They're like,
thought the odds
we
were-
had the numbers. We did the math. The odds looked good. Apparently we suck at math.
yeah.
Yep.
How far away did that run? Can I guiding bolt the one that just ran?
It's within 50 feet. It couldn't move more than that.
Fuck it. I just
Do
wanna
it.
hit
Roll your attack.
something.
You can either do that or you could throw a guiding bolt at this one all the way over here.
No. I ran all the way at this one.
23 hits. Roll your attack. What level you cast at that?
I think it's just one, because I think I got it from something.
Gotcha. Sounds good.
I don't know. There's too many things to read.
Roll your
You're
damage.
telling me about
Jesus Christ. The improved divine smite does not go on that, but the 16 on a fucking level 1 does. Jesus Christ. Alright, it took 16 points of damage. It yelps as it is now running away.
Why?
Is that your turn?
Like she's saying goodbye to a puppy.
far away is this one? I'll just start following Conrad. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just start following. Like, if he's chasing after it, I'm coming too.
All right. Samuel flying in the air.
Yeah. See, I got up here thinking there would still be a lot up here at the end of my turn, and I was ready to like.
Oh no!
Sith, I was,
The problem was fucking Kamir and Wolfie. Kamir and Judge decided they chose violence today.
well, I'm just sitting here thinking because like, I was planning on getting up on the big beast hand and then like using my thing to cast another chain lightning and just kind of like Sith lording them from above.
Unlimited power.
But they took that plan away from me, so I'm going to like hover 20 feet. I can't move my token. What the fuck?
There you go, guys. I would have used Kamir's token, but I can't directly
Okay,
copy
anyway,
that from inside the roll
I
20.
can't move my token for some reason, but I would
You
just
can't move
basically
your token. Try
yes. I don't know what the hell's going on with my no
It's moving on my
it's-
screen.
It's not on my screen. It's all kind of fucked up on my screen.
Refresh roll 20. You said it
yeah.
froze earlier. I know I kind of had the same thing happen at the same time, and it screwed my roll 20 up, and I had to refresh.
Let me try again. There we go. Okay, it is moving it now.
Hey,
Bonus action, I'll move it to get closer to this thing. You're not worth the spell slot, and I'll just cast a firebolt cantrip.
Roll your attack. Is it an advantage?
No, it's a 15 technically. Yeah.
15
It
does
misses.
not hit.
Nope.
Is that your turn?
I mean, yeah, that's everything.
Opal.
Oh god. Yeah, I can make it.
Fucking monks.
You could chase down these
Get up.
things.
Come here, you son of a bitch! Punch.
Hits. 10 points of damage. It's somehow still
Flying.
alive.
A flying haymaker.
Punch.
Hits. Dead.
Yay!
Good, because I
Dead.
didn't want what I had going.
You're gonna
What,
throw
a
another
third
fireball
fireball?
at it? At the one creature that's left?
No.
Can we get
I was
somebody to
gonna
run
have
the
some
math
pro- I
on
was gonna have
damage
some fun with, Ray
Tannerin
of
did
Frost.
to... Sorry.
That's usually Gist's job.
Can we get... Yeah, I was supposed to... Can we get the math on damage to allies versus damage to enemies?
But that
Let's
is
keep track of
it
how
for
many
this
succeeded versus
combat.
Sorry, I didn't have any options.
For a moment, things kind of quiet down. You hear the sounds of these velociraptors kind of scurrying through the brush. They're kind of yelping and chirping at each other. And for a moment, you kind of are ready to calm before you hear a very large thud
Forgot the T-Rex.
and a very loud yelp, scream, and crunch. And that's what we're going to call tonight's session.
No! Rachel's the one that you hit.
It, in fact, actually was the one that she hit, but, you know. So, thanks for the advantage on that attack roll, by the way.
You're welcome.
Alright, my reaction upon hearing / seeing the T-Rex poking through the trees.
Yeah!
You're just
my
assuming things.
And I would have used
that's-
Kamir's token for the other one, but I can't as easily copy his token as my own.
This is true. Well, some of those velociraptors had that response, let's be
Yes,
honest.
this is what I feel like was you and I during the drinking.
Yes,
But yeah,
correct.
that was a lot of fun. Thank you to those people who were in the chat, who hung out for a little bit. Appreciate you hanging out. Naylor, I appreciate your blatant attempt at bribery and buying of their slots in the campaign. Don't worry. There will be room for more guest characters in the actual campaign than there were in the last campaign. And those guest characters will not just be here for one session or two sessions. I do intend them to stick around for a little while, especially in the early stages when everyone's still pretty low level and the addition of one player doesn't really fuck everything. So when we actually get to the main campaign, I will be reaching out. But until then, for right now, thank you all for watching. If you are inclined on watching again, feel free to. If you've been watching this on YouTube, because yes, we're uploading all these to YouTube now. So you can go back and watch all of them week to week. So we have the full catalog rather than it just being Twitch.
That means I can do the friendly to foe fire damage analysis for Tanner.
Yeah, you can totally do it.
New rolling campaign.
Thank you for
counter,
doing
damage
so.
to allies.
Feel free to go ahead and catch this shit live because it's a lot of fun. And yeah, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Wait, I respect that I didn't ask how big the room was. I